Hello, everyone, and welcome to Clockwork Cantina, episode 48. Hope today we're going to be talking about our Pixar picks. Before we get started, I'm one of your hosts, Josh92, and this is our other host.
DT3. Hello, everybody. What's up?
Hope you're all doing well. We're coming to you live from the new PC. I've got it set up. So if there's any issues with audio or anything like that, let me know, and I will adjust on the fly. Everything should be working about like it did on the old PC, maybe even better, hopefully. So you let me know and chat, and we'll straighten that out as quick as possible. I know my lips will be off sync a little bit just because of I still got to use the RTX voice thing, and that puts my voice off sync for a hot minute. Um, but yeah, other than that, we should be groovy to rock and roll.
Sweet. We good now. We good.
So let's get started. Daniel, what have you been up to this past week?
I'm playing a lot of games. I finished up what is it? Act 1 of Valorant. I played that way like I was trying to like get that shit done before Act 2 came out because I had gotten the battle pass for that game.
Mm-hmm.
And there was like these cool like Tron style weapons that you could get, like, with the black and the teal or whatever that color scheme. So I was trying to get that done. I ended up getting them, which is good.
Sweet.
So I did that, and then obviously been playing some World War Z with
Yeah.
with the group. Been playing some Overwatch because the new Summer Games event started with that. And then obviously been playing some more Old Republic. My smuggler character is on Hoth right now, trying to do some worthwhile jobs and whatnot there with the in the middle of the whole mess with the Republic and the Empire, and then there's like space pirates and the White Claw, or are they called White Claws, or is that just a drink? I don't know. I think that's what they're called, those space pirates. But
It's something like that.
it's just something like that. If you play the game, you know what I'm talking about. But yeah, so we're on Hoth with that. And then been playing more No Man's Sky again recently because that's a fun game to play, and it's been like I haven't played that game since like December. Before I started picking it up again recently. And then what else have I been playing? I've been playing a lot of stuff. Started Medieval on stream. Medieval. We're doing okay with that. I'm probably gonna beat it this upcoming week, maybe. Hopefully, we'll see. And then of course the game that everyone's playing, Fall Guys. I finally tried that out, and it's a fun, silly time. So I've been enjoying it. But that's pretty much it, man. Just been playing a bunch of games, man.
Hell yeah.
So what have you been up to?
I've mostly just been doing kind of like the same things you've been doing. I've been playing a lot of No Man's Sky. Doing a lot of which I'm having a lot of fun with No Man's Sky. I'd never played it before because they had a bad reputation back when it first came out, but they've done a lot of work on it. And I was like, you know what, I'm gonna try it. And I got the Xbox Game Pass because you'd be crazy not to. Really, I mean, it's just so cheap.
They also, you just invented a new word. When you wanna play, when you wanna try something and play at the same time, you just ply it, right? Then you
Apply
gotta
it. Yeah, I
apply.
applied it. Applied it, and yeah, I like it a lot. I'm having a lot of fun in it. I'm still playing a lot of World of Warcraft. Even though it's toward the end of this expansion pack, getting ready for the next one. I'm having a lot of fun. I get on and do raids and Mythic Plus, and a lot of it is just hanging out with the guild and chilling with them
Mhm.
doing stuff with them. I got my Bumblebee mount finally, which was kind of a pain to get. You have to feed this. You have to feed this stupid little bee a bunch of honey like it has like a bar you got to fill up, and then after you fill up that first bar, you got to fill up a second bar, and then it eventually turns into a mount. And
Yeah,
I did that.
I saw a picture of that. It looked pretty cool. The mount, the bumblebee.
Yeah. Um. What else have I been playing? Um. Played World War Z with you, which was a lot of fun, and the gang.
I enjoy playing that when we have a full crew because it's a fun one for sure.
Yep. Um. I think that's it for what I've been playing. What have I been watching? I watched. I don't remember. I don't think I talked about it last time. I don't know if I'd watched it yet. I may have talked about it last time. The God of High School,
I
which
think
is
you
an
talked about it
anime.
briefly. Yeah, I think you talked about it briefly. Yeah.
Anime, very good fighting. I need to go back and watch the newest episode, I think. But so far, I like it. It's pretty cool. Um, and then and that's pretty much all I've been watching. I'm still watching The Simpsons when I lay down at nighttime. I think it's good to have a show you just throw on when you want to go to sleep. That way, if you're like me and have the TV on when you go to sleep. Not everybody's like that, but I'm
Yeah, no,
definitely one of those people.
I don't fucking go into bed until I'm ready to knock the fuck out. So yeah, I know that
Yeah, man.
I'm not like that, but yeah,
A lot of the time, I just need something on to make me have a little sound in the background, so I feel like I don't know. It just helps me. It's weird. It's not like I'm necessarily watching it. Um, and then the new PC came, which is hooked up right now. We're using it. Um, it came yesterday, very early in the morning. Uh, and I went through and unhooked the old one. It's sitting right over there on the floor. I have no space in here because the old computer was gigantic. Like it was huge. It's a gigantic ass tower. Um, The new PC has come. It's hooked up. It's all lit up nice and green, Daniel's color. I like it green. It's not super bright. Um, and I've gotten to play a few games on it, and boy, is it smooth. Love it. And I look
right.
forward to seeing how it handles the streaming and the recording and all that stuff too. I haven't messed with the capture card yet. I'm gonna play around with that probably after this, after we're done, and see. I got to clean off a place to put the consoles over there, and we will see. But other than that, man, that's all I got. Not a whole lot from me.
Cool, cool.
I do want to apologize for the late start. I had some things happen like right before right before we were gonna go live. We were gonna be on time for once, and some shit went down.
It's fine. YouTube doesn't know this is late. It's all good.
Yeah, well, yeah. I got a package in the mail from something I ordered, and like they left something out of it, and I'm like having to email them like right now, and I'm like, fuck. I already sent them an email. Uh, so I was having to deal with that. But yeah, let's hop into the news, I guess, unless you have anything else you want to chat about, anything going on.
No, not really. I mean, I think I talked about pretty much everything. I mean, just playing a lot of games. Didn't really watch anything this week because I've just been too busy playing games, man. Just a lot of games, dude. All
Yeah.
those things, all those games I listed off, has just been it's been like a little bit of a rotation. Although I'm gonna take a little bit of a break on Valorant because that like season one fucking like grind burnt me out from it a little bit. So I'm gonna take a little bit of break on that. Overwatch will be playing a little bit more of now that the event is going on. No Man's Sky will be playing a bit more of as well. Same goes for Old Republic, and then yeah, medieval. We're gonna be. I'm still streaming that, so should be beating that here within the next week. Hopefully, I think maybe we'll see how that
Hmm.
goes. And then yeah, man, Fall Guys, which was fun. I'll probably stream that at some point as well, if the servers work. Because I tried streaming it yesterday, and it was down because they didn't expect the game to be as popular as it is, and fucking nobody could play it. but yeah, that's pretty much it, man. I the last thing I watched I think was Umbrella Academy season 2, but I binged it all like the day it came out, so that was like I talked about that last week already, I think. But yeah, it was good stuff. So yeah, that's all I got. We can move on to the news
Awesome.
if we're good to go.
Yeah, we're good to go. Let's hit it.
All right, so we're gonna move on to the news. Uh, so first up, we have some PlayStation news. PS4 controllers won't work with PS5 games. So, on a blog post on from PlayStation, Sony talked about which PlayStation 4 accessories and controllers are going to work with PS5. Specialty controllers like the steering wheels, the wireless headsets, the PlayStation Move controllers will work just fine. But the DualShock 4 will only work with supported PS4 games. So that's that. If anybody was curious about whether or not, because I mean they're going from the DualShock 4 to the DualSense, which is like a completely like they're done with the DualShocks. They're moving on to like a different style of controller for the PS5. So it makes
Yeah,
sense that the controller wouldn't work with all the games. Um,
I'd
because yeah,
like
I mean,
to. I'd like to get one of those dual sense in my hands just to see how it feels.
right? It
Uh,
looks good. I like the look of it. I kind of agree with you. I just want to see how it feels and how it plays compared to the like. I really like the DualShock 4 controller. My only problem with it is that the battery dies way too fast. But I mean, that's just because they got like the light bar and like
yeah,
shit like that that makes it die really fast. But yeah, I mean, I'd like to try out the dual sense as well. I agree with you. I need a different color other than that ugly white one. That white and black is just not the. I don't know. I'd prefer either an all black or something else.
Mhm.
It's a shame that Xbox is green because I can never have a green PlayStation controller.
yeah.
I mean, I'm sure there's like skins for them or whatever, but like, fuck all
I've
that.
never put skins on any of my things. My nephew
Me
likes
either.
to, and I'm like, I don't.
I haven't really done that either. I've never really messed around with that kind of thing. But anyway, yeah. So DualShock 4s will only work, for certain games, for like backwards compatible games or whatever. But yeah, the DualShock 5 or the DualShock 5, the DualSense is gonna be is definitely an interesting controller, and yeah, I'm curious to like get a hands on whenever that happens. But
Yeah.
yeah, moving on. Uh, talk about some Marvel's Avengers news. The beta is going on right now, and people have been, they've been talking about the game and all that stuff. Because I believe the PlayStation pre-order beta began yesterday. So if you pre-ordered the game on PS4, you can start playing the beta, I believe, starting since yesterday. So that's pretty cool that people are already trying it out, testing it out. But there's been a lot of talk about the game right now for the PlayStation version because Sony announced that Spider-Man will be a PlayStation exclusive character, um, which I think is interesting because, as far as I know, there isn't any other exclusive characters for anything else. Like Xbox doesn't have one, or PC doesn't have one. And I mean, to be honest, it's funny that this ended up happening. I think because I was just talking about last week, like literally last
Hmm.
podcast. I think I was like, I could see Sony making Spider-Man a fucking an exclusive character. I fucking called this shit, dude. It was
Yeah, I think they announced it like the very next day, or maybe even
yeah,
the day after that, and I was like, "Well,
yeah.
Daniel was right. They did it."
It just makes sense business wise for them to do that. I know a lot of people are pissed off about it, but I'm looking at it at like a business point of view, and like I makes sense for them, dude. They want to sell some PlayStations. They want to get you to play the game on their
It's a
platform.
smart move
It's a,
business
it
wise.
it
Yes,
is, but but yeah, there's a lot of people that are not happy about this at all. But that being said, though, it also makes me it like makes me believe that Spider-Man is not gonna have like a huge role in the story anyway. You know what I
yeah,
mean? Like if he's like we haven't seen him in any like anything they've shown for the game yet, right?
I
So
don't
it's
think
like
so.
no, as far as I know, he hasn't been in anything. I don't even know if like I don't even know which version of Spider-Man is supposed to be. Like, is this supposed to be the same Spider-Man from the PS4 game, which I doubt. I don't think it's gonna be the same one. But like, it could be that guy, or it could be like just the Crystal Dynamics, Square Enix version of Spider-Man. Like they could do a brand new one. Like I don't even know which version of this is gonna be. Like who's gonna voice him? Like I don't think he's gonna be that big a part of a story because so far from what we've seen of the game, it's pretty much is like the Avengers A-Day thing happened. Cap got lost or whatever. The Avengers split up, and here comes the young fangirl Kamala Khan coming to bring everybody back together. That's kind of like what the story is so far, as far as we know.
Yeah,
So I don't know how like Spider-Man would fit into this at all. I just think it's cool that they have him in the game anyway. Like even if he's just an exclusive, I think it's pretty cool. But I mean, I don't know. There's definitely been a lot of people that are pretty upset. But again, from my point of view, I think that this makes sense for them to do. And I called it last week, man. I just knew this was something that they would probably do, and here we go. Here it is.
yeah. It could be one of those things where after a certain amount of time they let him out everywhere else. I don't know.
Yeah.
They might have something written in there. They've done that stuff before.
Mhm.
Um,
Yeah, like timed exclusives or whatever. Yeah.
yeah, I could
See, we'll see
see it
what.
being something like maybe the first year he's only on there, and then
Yeah. I also find it interesting because like there was the Nintendo Switch exclusive game Marvel's Ultimate Alliance 3 in which Spider-Man is in the game. So it's kind of I don't know how like I don't know exactly how they determine like he's gonna be an exclusive for this game but not for that one, or like you know what I mean, like I
yeah,
don't know how
I
I
have
don't know
no
how that
clue.
works, but yeah, it's interesting that they make him an exclusive for this game and not for Marvel's Ultimate Alliance. Although I guess the other one makes sense too because it was that the other one was just strictly Nintendo Switch, like it wasn't gonna be and like it's not anywhere else, so they're just like fuck it, just put him in the game. And then this one
Mm.
is like each Xbox has a version, PlayStation has a version, and then PC is gonna have one as well. So I don't man, I mean it is what it is. But yeah, anyway, um, if that's all we have to say about that, then we can move on.
Yeah, let's. What's next?
Call of Duty Warzone will live on in future sequels, says Infinity Ward. So as we know, Call of Duty Warzone, the battle royale of the Call of Duties uh, was just released with the latest Call of Duty game, which is Call of Duty Modern Warfare. Um, and obviously, it's become the huge thing that it is now because people love battle royales and they love Call of Duty, and they put them together and whatnot. Um, so they're saying here that now with each new Call of Duty game, they're gonna have Warzone in it, which you figure that this would be the case. Um,
Mhm.
makes sense to me, with how much that that is like one of the like top battle royale games, along with like Apex and PUBG and Fortnite and all those. Although like we're we're kind of in like a time of like where these battle royale games are kind of dying down, which I'm kind of glad for. Like
Yeah,
I still like I'll hop on Warzone like every once in a blue moon just to like like if I have friends that are playing it at the time, whatever. They're like, let's hop on this. I'm like, all right, sure, we'll play it. But there was a while, man, a couple years ago, where there was nothing but battle royales, dude, and I wanted to just like I was sick of it, man. I was sick of these battle royales, man. Like it was like PUBG was like the first one that came out, and I was like, all right, cool. We got this thing, and it's pretty neat. I unfortunately was late to the game with PUBG because by the time I had a good PC, everybody was kind of done playing it, and
Yeah.
like and everybody moved on to like Fortnite or whatever, and then Fortnite happened, and then Apex, and then and then everything, right? And then we're here, right? Warzone. But Warzone is one of the ones that I do enjoy. If I am gonna play any battle royales, Warzone is definitely one of them. But yeah, I'm kind of glad we're like in the we're those types of games are like not as prevalent anymore because
Yeah, like few and far between a little bit. And
yeah. I mean, there's like Hyperscape and stuff like that, but it's like they're not as like at least I think they're not like as huge as they were like a couple years ago.
fucking
But
every
anyway,
company had a fucking battle royale a few years ago.
yeah, there was like
Everybody.
yeah, dude, I remember there was a time when like Steam would like there was like 5 new battle royales on Steam like every other week. There was like, God damn, it was like Realm Royale and like fucking this and that, and it was nuts for a while. But anyway, yeah, it just makes sense that they would keep this going because again, Call of Duty plus battle royale, Warzone is a good idea. They did keep it going with every new game, so it makes sense to me. I will play this game every once in a while. I don't think you've tried Warzone at all, right?
No, I haven't. I was like that. The Call of Duty's so big at the time, like just the hard drive wise. I was
Oh
like,
yeah. Oh dude, it's like over 100 gigs, man. It's a
yeah,
it's a
it's hard to
it's a
justify
beefy
it.
game. Yeah, no, it is. That's completely understandable, man. I've considered like uninstalling it because I don't play it that much. But like, it's one of those things where like I like to have certain things installed for in the event that
Hmm.
people are like, "Yo, let's squad up and play this game," and I'll be like, "All right, sure." But let me tell you, dude, it is tough trying to justify keeping over 100 gigs of a game installed when you don't play it that often. Oh, that's for sure, man. That is for sure. Did he? I need to like just like uninstall the story or something, so it's not like that big of a game, you know. I
Yeah.
gotta figure that out. But anyway, yeah, Warzone will live on. Uh, and yeah, moving on. Valorant's Act 2 patch is live, and they added Killjoy, the new character, and the new. They added a new deathmatch mode. Um, they had a new ranking system. Um, and a few things like that. They added the act ranks, which like for the competitive scene type stuff, like kind of like how Overwatch has like the season 1, season 2, season blah blah blah, whatever, so on and so forth. That kind of thing where you can check your like stats or whatever. Um, like I said, they added the deathmatch, which is like a free for all 10-player type thing. First to 30 kills wins with the time limit of 6 minutes. No abilities, you just get weapons. They added some quality of life type things. Like for example, if you reported a player who was being disruptive, uh, you'll get an email back if the player was punished or whatever.
Yeah.
That kind of stuff. I think is pretty neat. So yeah, and then like they stopped including things in the store that you already own, things like that. So the new patch is live. I'm taking a little bit of a break from Overwatch from Valorant myself, like I said. So I'll probably be trying this out later when I'm not like kind of burnt out from the game. But it's cool. I definitely want to try out the new character. She seems pretty cool, and yeah, I mean it's one of those games that I enjoy playing when it's not bullshit. So yeah, it's pretty cool. I want to try out the new game mode and the new character as well. So yeah, I know Josh doesn't play it, so he probably doesn't have much to say. But
Hmm.
we will move on. to uh to the world of the Kickstarter.
For really, really quick, for anybody that wonders why I don't play it, it's because I would suck terribly at it, which is why I don't play it.
Hey
No.
man, you don't know till you try, right?
Oh, I know, I know my weaknesses. Go ahead. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off.
Nah, Hellboy, the Hellboy franchise launched a role-playing game on Kickstarter.
Oh,
If you're
damn.
into Hellboy, uh, they launched a Kickstarter campaign in partnership with Dark Horse Comics and Mantic Games, developed by Red Scar Publishing. Hellboy, the role-playing game, allows players a chance to become agents of the BPRD for themselves and investigate some of the stranger things in the world of the Bureau of Paranormal Research and Defense. So let me see if I can get you a link for this. But here is I think this is an image for it right here. Let me see if I can get that for you. There's an image of that. And I think this is the link to the Kickstarter. A brand new Hellboy role-playing experience based on the visionary Hellboy graphic novels by Meg Mignola and powered by 5th Edition. A new 5e tabletop RPG from the makers of Hellboy the board game. So there you go. Coming soon.
The art looks cool.
It's an upcoming project.
You know
So
what? It makes
let's
me think of City of Mist,
yeah, kind of. I could see that. Yeah.
but City of Mist is basically designed to be a comic, pretty much. So, and there's the Kickstarter. Let's have a look. See over here.
Yeah, they have it's like a coming soon page, so they don't really
Ah, I
have
got you.
they don't
I'm
really
gonna have it
have like
notify me on launch.
so there you go. Yeah, if you're so yeah, what you think about the some Hellboy RPG, Josh?
I think it's cool. I think it's cool. I want to see what they got in there that might be a little different from just 5th edition. You know, always. I'm somebody that when it comes to D&D, I'm always looking into ever expanding and changing mechanics. Keep
Mhm.
your eyes on Frozen Decimation, by the way.
Oh,
Coming soon. The boy's been working on some things. Um, I love things like this. I want them to succeed. I want them to add and change things, and I want to steal their ideas and put it in my game. So, I want everything to be a hit. And plus, I love
ever
Kickstarters anyway. I love the idea of having like a little piece in it. You know.
ever borrowing from things that you love, right?
Absolutely. That's exactly how you do.
Yeah.
So expect a laser sword coming to no.
Oh, what? No.
Daniel's gonna
I'm
be like,
actually,
"That's for me, right?"
my character is actually gonna have a laser bow. It's gonna
Laser
be
bow.
cool.
It shoots lasers.
Yeah,
Actually, it just.
with laser arrows and whatnot. It's gonna be great. Yeah. No, but yeah, I thought I'd bring that up since we like to talk about the tabletop RPGs and that kind of thing as well here.
Oh, absolutely,
Um,
we do. Big nerd for it right here.
all right, so let's now talk about the PlayStation's State of Play event that happened on Thursday, and some of the things that they talked about and announced. They showed off some more gameplay for Crash Bandicoot 4. It's about time, and it's a direct sequel to Crash Bandicoot Warped. So if you wanna, I don't know how. Did you ever play the Crash Bandicoot games or no, or were those not your
Yeah,
thing?
back when I was young, I did.
Okay.
I played a lot of Crash Bandicoot because of. Oh, hang on, let me get this up for the stream here.
Uh, yeah,
Um,
I was never really like huge on those kind of games, but like I had like I have a sister who really like enjoyed. I had like, do you remember like those old PlayStation magazines that
yeah, and you get the
they'd come with like the demo discs and whatnot?
exactly.
There was a Crash Bandicoot demo on one of those, and my sister back in the day would love playing that fucking Crash Bandicoot demo, man. She was all about it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I remember playing Crash. You know, he's one of those iconic PlayStation
Yeah,
characters.
he's an OG, that's for sure.
He's been around. He's a
Yeah.
sorry. I was just thinking in the world that could have been of a hard and gritty John Wick style Bandicoot, Crash Bandicoot character.
Jeez.
uh,
Fucking
because he's a grizzled vet, man. He's been around.
Crash Bandit shoot is more like it, right?
Oh
About to pow pow your ass, man.
Lord. But no,
Fucking.
I played the old Bandicoot and I liked him.
Mhm.
I wasn't very good at him because you're a kid and like fucking dumb.
Yeah.
I'd probably still suck at them today. They're really not my types of games nowadays. They're usually not what I play.
Yeah, no, I get you. Yeah, like I'm like me. I've been struggling a little bit with playing Medieval because it's like an old school PS1 game.
Hmm.
Man, the lack of like checkpoints and like because it's a PS1 game that got remastered, but it's like if you like lose your health, you have to redo the whole level. Like if you lose all three of your lives, you gotta like do the whole entire level all over again. And I'm just like, I'm not used to this anymore, man.
Yeah, it's old school. It's like when I was playing Donkey Kong again
Yeah,
on
dude.
Switch.
Yeah, dude, for real. It's like I'm used to games having checkpoints and like save points and all this other stuff that just like that these older games just didn't have, you know.
Yeah, yeah. Back in the day, we were better gamers, I guess.
I guess, yeah, because you had to be good to fucking get
Excuse
through
me.
it all without having to fucking without dying all the time or whatever.
Yeah.
Man. But yeah, I think it looks pretty cool for those who are like Crash fans. I know people have probably been asking for this game for a while, so it's cool that they're getting it.
Hmm.
Pretty cool. It's kind of a long trailer. It's like a 5 minute long trailer. I didn't realize it was that
Yeah,
long.
yeah, it's actually very long. I'm like, this
Yeah,
is still
they,
going.
they showed off quite a bit. Yeah. It'll be available for pre-order, or it's available for pre-order now, and it releases October 2nd.
No, not too long.
Yeah, only a little less than 2 months. Uh, so yeah, it's not too far away. I also remember them showing off like Crash can get like different costumes or whatever. Because like in
Yeah,
some of
yeah,
the
they
older
had
games,
some sort of gravity suit on or something. It looked like
yeah, some of the older games like he like switch costumes or whatever. So I think that's
that's
kind of
cool.
neat too as well. Uh,
I'll be honest with you, I don't know any of the characters' names other than Crash.
Same here, dude. It's fine. I don't either. Yeah, I just never these were never the Crash Bandicoot games were never something that I like played when I was growing up.
Same. All
So
right.
I just not too knowledgeable on the topic. But yeah,
Well, this looks like a cool level. You add the color back in. Oh, they cut it out. And they only showed like 2 seconds of it. I was like, that looks interesting. Oh, well,
yeah.
well then. All right. That's
All
enough
right,
of the
moving
old
on.
Bandicoot.
Yeah, moving on. We got some Hitman VR, which I think is pretty cool because like I think it'd be cool to play one of these kind. I don't have VR,
I don't either.
but I think it'd be cool. I just like looking at this being played in VR would be cool, man. Like imagine like I don't know, like the Hitman games are pretty cool, right? Like there's
I
all
love
kinds of
them.
crazy shit you can do in them, and like imagine doing that, but like in VR, man. Like that. I don't know. I just feel like that's pretty damn cool. Um, just like grabbing a fucking fish and like killing somebody with it, or I don't know, like whatever the
I'm
fuck he
gonna
does. You know?
beat you to death with this dead fish.
Yeah, exactly. Fucking like throwing a dude off a roof or something. Like I don't know. Just I feel like that would be one of the more fun games to play in VR. You know what I mean?
Yeah, up
So
close and personal with your murder.
yeah, Hitman
Oh,
3 VR.
please tell me he's gonna grab this dude and throw. No, I thought he was gonna throw his head in the toilet and drown him. I thought that was what was gonna happen.
Uh,
That would be my Hitman game.
yeah, just throw dudes in toilets.
Play the
Hit-
entire trilogy
and,
in VR.
and
That's cool.
yeah, so you're gonna be able to play 1, 2, and 3 on VR, I believe.
That's neat.
Death awaits January 2021. So Josh is gonna grab the dude, put him in the toilet, but before he does it, he says, "You're about to get flushed," and then
Yeah,
he
you
fucking
damn
does.
right. Exactly. I would love a corny, a corny one-liner game.
Dude,
I love
yeah,
those.
yeah. Oh my god, you know what'd be cool, dude? Oh my, I just thought of a fucking. I just thought of
Put it
something.
out there. Put it out there because we make shit happen on this channel.
So so you know how Arnold Schwarzenegger is the king of one-liners, right?
Yep.
He recently did his own voiceover. Well, I don't know how recent, but like he did his own voiceover for Dutch in the Predator Hunting Grounds game, right?
Hmm.
Make a game with Arnold where like you it's kind of basically like his old 80s movies where you just run around and kill motherfuckers, but every time you do it, you have an option to choose of like a bunch of different
Oh
like
my god.
one-liners,
Choose
dude.
your own
Yeah,
one-liner.
choose your
Yes.
own one-liner, the fucking video game, dude, with Arnold. You know how fucking amazing that would be? That would be nuts, dude. Like I'm putting that out there, man. If if somebody's listening to this, uh feel free to use that idea, but give me a copy of the game when it comes out. Uh hook me and Josh up with copies of the game when it comes out. And you know, and maybe hook me up with
It'd make all the money just because of how ridiculous it sounds. You
right?
know, like people would check that out just to be like, really?
Hell yeah, dude. Like
I mean, shit.
fucking
If Goat Simulator can be a thing, this can be a thing.
right? Absolutely, dude. Absolutely. So yeah, I mean, like fucking get it done, man. Get it done, because what are you guys doing out there, man? I just thought of that shit on the spot, man. Like fucking one liner of the game where you just run around as Arnold and be like, kick some. It's time to kick some ice,
Oh
and
lord.
like all that other shit he says, man. And then or like in fucking Predator when he like throws a knife at the dude, and he's like, stick around, like shit like that. It'd be incredible, man. Um, yeah. Anyway, uh, they announced Braid Anniversary of it. Moving on, they announced Braid Anniversary Edition, coming in early 2021. It's a classic It's a classic puzzle platformer, that's been like revamped and whatnot. Um, this game is absolutely not for me because not that it's not a pretty looking game, because I'll put up a trailer so you can look at it there, Josh, or if you can put it up there, Josh, for everybody.
Yeah.
But those if there are like two different like subgenres of games that I'm not huge on, it's one, platformer, and certainly number two is puzzles. That is not what I'm about.
No, me neither, man.
I think it's a pretty looking game. It's a cool little hand drawn thing, but yeah, man, I definitely will not be playing this. I'll watch somebody else play it, like, you know what I mean. But I'm not gonna be playing it.
Yeah, like I'll watch people play these games. I just don't play them.
Yeah.
It's fun, like, cause I know I'd be like the same I would be fucking raging, and I'd just probably look up all the answers to the puzzles, just 'cause that's how I do. Uh,
So
but
the original came out in 2008, and this one's coming out next year. So from 2008, dude, how is next year 2021 already? That seems like, man,
I
that
don't
just
know.
doesn't seem.
I don't know.
I'm looking at like a side by side picture of like the difference between the 2008 version and 2021, and I'm just looking at the date or the years. I'm like, dude, I remember 2008 like it was yesterday. How are we on 2021 already?
I don't know.
It's man, I'm sorry. That was a little bit of a. It just threw me off for a second because I'm like,
No,
how? What?
time is flying by pretty goddamn quick
Yeah,
these days.
yeah, man. Pretty fucking nuts. Um, but anyway, yeah, I just so that's yeah, there it is. There it is right there. Look, fucking 2008, 2021. I was like, what? Like how? How are we in 2021 already? But anyway, uh, yeah. I mean, it's again, this isn't my kind of game, but pretty neat for those who are excited for this kind of thing. You can tell you can tell the difference between the OG version and the the remastered one or whatever. which obviously they're showing you the side by side. It looks pretty neat. It looks neat. I think like the look of it is pretty interesting and unique, But
Yeah.
yeah, I'm just not a big platformer or especially not puzzle game person. I don't do well with puzzles, man. I'd be struggling with puzzles sometimes. It is not a good time. Uh,
All
the
right.
the next game that was announced looks definitely more like something that I'd play, and it's called The Pathless, um, which is a open world adventure game set in a vast forest. It has like
Sweet.
focuses on fluid dynamic movement that combines archery and acrobatic maneuvers. The main character also has an eagle companion that can help her fly and glide. Yeah, this definitely looks more like my kind of game. Uh, it kind of reminds me of like Breath of the Wild.
This
Um,
looks very pretty.
it does, right? It looks really cool. This actually looks like something that I want to play. Yeah, it reminds me so much of Breath of the Wild. Basically, it looks super Breath of the Wild. Uh,
Damn, look how quick
but
she moves. I like it.
this is like the PS4's Breath of the Wild. So I dig it. I'm about it. The Pathless is gonna be releasing on the PlayStation 5. This is a PS5 game releasing holiday 2020. Uh, it's made by the creators of Abzu, which if you guys have heard of that game or seen it,
Yeah.
that's who's making this game. It looks cool, dude. I'll definitely want to play it. I'm interested in this one for sure.
Yeah, me too.
Very pretty, very 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 cool to look at. The visuals are really really nice. Um, yeah. So I don't really have much else to say other than I'm on board. It looks good. Um, yeah, I mean, I just reminds me of Breath of the Wild for the PS5. So I'm about it. The main character, I believe, is a female too. I think, right? Yeah, it's a female.
I believe so.
Yeah. So that's pretty cool too.
Mm-hmm.
And you can pet the eagle. Look at that. Oh man, that's
Every
nice.
every game needs a animal petting mechanic nowadays, or I'm disappointed.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. Ricochet that arrow down the way.
That's like me and D&D, man. Just ricocheting arrows
Mm-hmm.
off everything.
Off the flames.
Could you,
Daniel's gonna be
dude?
like, "Can I ricochet a flaro, an arrow off the flames?"
A Falero, yeah.
Nah, it'll be a flaro. Shit, I can't talk today, guys. I don't know what's wrong. Good thing I don't have a show on the internet where I need to talk.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, this looks cool. It's very pretty, and I like it. I like the art style a lot, and I look forward to giving it a go when it's out and I have a PS5 and all that. So,
Huh. Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah.
what else you got, my friend?
Spelunky 2 was announced. It's what kind of game is Spelunky? What's the proper like
I have no clue. I never played it. I don't even think I watched anybody play it.
I think yeah, I've seen people play uh the first game. It's kind of like a yeah, it's a platformer basically. I think it was like originally a PC game back in the day, and then they like brought it to like the 360 and the PS3 and whatnot or whatever. But yeah, I'm pretty sure it was a PC game first. But yeah, it's again, this is another one of those things that isn't really my kind of game. I didn't really I've never played the first one. I've seen people play it, but I mean, I know I'm sure there's people out there who are pretty excited about it, so That's pretty cool. But yeah, it's just not one of my kind of games.
Same.
What else do we have here? There's this game called Bug Snacks,
Bug
which is
snacks.
kind of like Ape Escape and Pokemon Snap combined together.
We saw some of this, didn't we?
Yeah, we
At a
saw some of
thing.
it at one of the recent.
Oh, I didn't realize you put a Spelunky trailer up. My bad.
No, I mean, it's fine. We're not we you know we like we I don't really have much to say about Spelunky, because this is not one of my.
Here's Bug snacks.
No, we'll move on to Bug Snacks, which again, yeah, we did see some of this game, and I want to say one of the summer game things. I forget which one, but we saw it at something.
Yeah.
And yeah, I don't think this is my kind of game either, but
This just looks ridiculous. And I'll
yeah,
watch somebody play it. I can guarantee you, Aaron or one of them guys will play this on stream probably.
I don't know. It does look a little. It definitely looks silly, man. Yeah, it looks like Pokemon Snap and like fucking Ape Escape combined, kind of,
I can't play this game. I'm trying to diet over here. No, I have to look at all this food, these food
There's like
animals.
carrots and shit.
Yeah, this is definitely not my deal.
Somebody's like, what if this is a horror game?
I mean, that's the big twist. All this is just the big setup. It's gonna be a horror game.
Right?
It's gonna be
You're gonna play it, and then like the opening scene is just gonna rock your world. Like, holy shit, what the hell? This is not what I was expecting it to be.
you thought you were gonna play Bug Snacks. Well, instead you're gonna play Bug Whack. I don't know.
Uh,
Something
uh,
goofy. That was a big flying pizza.
yeah.
Holiday 2020. This crazy looking weirdness. What a strange game.
hmm Another thing they announced was an expansion to the game Control, which is releasing on August 27th. This is a game that I really want to play, like the actual game itself.
Mm-hmm.
I'll get to it at some point. I really want to play. It looks cool, but this is the second expansion called Awe, and again, it'll be available on August 27th. This game just looks pretty intriguing, man. It looks very interesting. I remember last year when it was gonna come out, I was like interested in it already.
Yeah.
And I heard some good things about it. It was up there, like nominated for like Game of the Year, if I'm not mistaken, as well. So I mean, it's gotta be, it's gotta be good.
Yeah, I definitely want to play it at some point.
Yeah, I haven't gotten to it yet, but I really want to. And it's kind of cool that they have not just one expansion, but now they're gonna have two. I don't know how many they're planning on doing, or I don't know how long these expansions are, or anything like that. But it's kind of neat. It's kind of interesting how. I mean, shit. Maybe I'll just wait for fucking like the special edition that has like all the DLC in it or whatever.
Yeah.
That actually might be the move right now. That
Yeah.
might be the smart thing to do since I haven't picked it up yet. Yeah. There's this other game called The Pedestrian, which is like another platformer. I'm not gonna. We could bring up the trailer, but it's like, I think we'll
Platformers are making a comeback. They seem to want to come back right when a
yeah.
new console launches. You realize that? Like, there's always a bunch of platformers that come out.
They're like some of the more easier games to make, right?
I guess.
Uh,
I mean, it makes sense that they would be.
Temtem, the popular Pokemon clone, is heading to PlayStation 5 next year. Uh, but the last thing that we have here for the PlayStation State of Play event is they have a combat overview of Godfall for PS5.
Oh damn.
The new, the looter slasher game that they're
Yep,
coming out with.
I remember. I'm
They
interested.
It's a 9-minute video, so obviously we're not gonna look at the whole thing. It's definitely something that you want to watch. with sound if you're interested in the game. Um, but yeah, I mean, you just skip through it and you get to see more of the game and the gameplay. So I still don't know how I feel about this game. Like it kind
Really?
of like yeah, it kind of like gives me like I'm afraid it'll be kind of like Destiny, where like it'll be fun for like an hour and then like I'll be like I'm done with this game.
Yeah.
So that's kind of like what like I'm a little worried about. Um, but yeah, I don't know. I mean, it looks pretty. It looks pretty. It looks like a nice game. You
Yeah.
know,
I mean, I know the
visually,
armors and shit looks cool.
yeah, all the armors and the weapons and stuff. Part of it kind of looks a little generic to me though. At the same time, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It
I don't know
very
how I
it
feel about
makes
it
me
really.
think of Too Human, personally. Personally. For any of you that played that Too Human game all those many years ago when that came out. Um, I
Yeah,
don't know,
so
man. I don't know.
yeah, I kind of I don't know. I don't know how I feel about this. This is gonna be one of those games where like I'm interested in it and like I'm intrigued by it, but I'm probably gonna wait until after it comes out to see what people think about it and all that stuff.
Yeah, reviews and such.
Yeah, and then like just watch people stream it or play it or whatever myself because I don't know. Yeah, like part of me is interested, but then another part of me is just like, man, I don't know. So I'm very iffy on this game still, but it definitely looks like it's like it'll like it could the potential is there. You know what I mean? The
Hmm.
potential is there. I could see like a group of us playing this. Um, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I'll have to just wait and see how it is when it comes out. Because I don't want this to be another Anthem, dude. You know what I mean?
Oh God,
Because that would suck if it's another just another Anthem.
I feel bad for the people that worked on that.
Yeah, remember how hyped up that game was, and then
Yeah,
I mean that game is apparently they're working on a fix for that one, but I mean they had to like start all over and everything. But
yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, I just we'll see what happens with Godfall, man. We shall see. We shall see.
The character designs look so cool. Armors and weapons, they look so cool. That's why it's got me interested in it. I don't know, because I could get so much inspiration out of this just for D&D, just on armor and shit alone. Yeah, I'm interested in it, but very. It's not day one. I guess that's the best way to put it for me. Combat looks cool.
Yeah.
All right, boom. What else you got?
That's we'll move on from the PlayStation State of Play event because that's all we got to say on that.
All right.
The official Twitter account of Cyberpunk 2077 tweeted out uh join us on Monday, August 10th at 6 p.m. CEST, which I'm not sure when that is our time, but at twitch.tv/CD Project Red for episode 2 of the Night City Wire. This time, we'll share details about Life Pass, show you the types of weapons you'll be using in the game, and discuss Refuse's transformation into Samurai. So the new Night City Wire is episode 2 is going to be happening here in a couple days. Uh, I'm pretty looking forward to seeing that. Pretty excited about it. We'll get to see the types of weapons we can use and more about the life path. So that seems super interesting to me because I'm curious like what kind of I assume like that's the kind of like ways that you can play the game and whatnot. Um, yeah, maybe we'll have more streamers announced during the game or something, right? I mean, I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll get to see one of the missions that your boy Ko is in or fucking Jesse Cox or whatever.
Yeah. It's pretty cool.
So Monday, that's in a couple days here. Let me um let me try and decipher decipher. Let me try and figure out what time that is. that'll be Monday at 9 a.m. for me and 12 p.m. for you.
Okay.
So that's happening on Monday. Cool. So yeah, more Cyberpunk is cool. Definitely always excited to see more of that game. Cause like at this point, to me, it kind of feels like is this game even coming out this year? Like, is it gonna get pushed back again or what?
Kind of
But
hope not.
yeah, I'm definitely excited to see more of that game. Um, and then the very last thing that I have for gaming news is Rocksteady, the folks behind the Batman Arkham games, have finally announced their new game. People have been wondering for a long time, like, oh, there's been rumors, there's been speculation about, hey, they're working on a Superman game, or they're working on this, or they're working on that. No, they are actually working on a Suicide Squad game, which they teased with this tweet that I'll link here for you. And it's an image of Superman being with a crosshair, and it with the Suicide Squad crosshair, um, which I think is interesting. You're gonna be playing as a Suicide Squad, and you're gonna go after like Superman or something. Like, how the fuck is that gonna work, man? I I don't know. I'm very curious to see how they're gonna do this game, because I feel like having the Suicide Squad in a game could actually work. You know what I mean? Like with the switching of the characters and all the different like abilities they have and everything.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like this could this could work, in the Suicide Squad could work in a video game. Because like to a lot of people the movie didn't work, but
Yeah.
I feel like it could translate better into a game for sure.
Definitely interested in seeing more. I
Yeah,
was just trying to look at Superman's face here because it looks like he's. I don't know if that's just supposed to be veins on his face or if it's like his face is fucked up. Because it's like almost looks like he has some scarring. But you know how they do these kind of stylized posters. It could just be like we're trying to show the veins in his face, but he looks like he's like got some
probably got shot with kryptonite or something. Yeah.
yeah, something weird on his face. I don't know.
Yeah, it's interesting, man. We're gonna, I don't know. I mean, does this mean we're like the Suicide Squad is gonna take down the Justice League, or like you know what I mean? Like how it'll be very interesting. But either way, we'll find out more about this game on August 22nd at the DC Fandom. Uh, so we'll definitely we're gonna find out more soon. That
So
is in
two
about,
weeks.
yeah, 2 weeks from today actually.
Mm.
Yeah, that is 2 weeks from today. So that's pretty cool. Um, yeah, I'm very curious. I really like the Arkham Asylum. I gotta play the other Arkham series games, but yeah, I'm pretty looking forward to this Suicide Squad game. Because I feel like it could work really really well in a video game format with the Suicide Squad. So we'll see. But yeah, that's all I got for the gaming news.
Alrighty, that's all the gaming news, y'all. I don't think we have anything else
No.
at the moment, at least. So let's move right along.
All right, let's do it. Movie news, or TV news. I only have two things.
Okay.
Number one is we have a official trailer for The Boys season 2. Boom!
Oh damn.
It's a 3-minute trailer, which is a little beefy for a trailer, but there's a lot of stuff in here, man. That makes me pretty excited for season 2. I mean, I was already looking forward to it, but man, there's a lot in here, man. There's a lot in here. We don't,
Yeah.
it's not too much longer, man. I think it's like less than a month at this point.
Yeah, I need to start watching some shit to get it off my list because I got. Oh my goodness.
Right?
Yeah. Sorry.
Yes.
Distracted.
Yeah, dude. Just this trailer alone, like, fucking this this is crazy, man. Like if you guys have seen season 1, you know how fucking crazy this show is. And season 2, it looks like it's gonna not only like keep it at the same level, but maybe even like amp it up a little bit. So I'm we'll see, man. I'm very much looking forward to this. I'm excited. I'm
Yeah,
excited for season 2.
I love the first season, so I'm really excited for this season.
Hell yeah. I just hope that this trailer doesn't have anything too spoilery, because you gotta hate when fucking trailers do that. Although I think for the most part, like most things have done pretty good with like showing you stuff in the trailer, but not actually showing you stuff that's like super huge or spoilery in terms of the season or the movie or whatever. Um, but yeah, I'm excited.
Same.
It's September 4th. That's less than a month, so I'm very
Damn.
very very happy about it. Very excited to see our boys and girls coming back.
Yep. Yep.
Fucking
Yep.
fucking Billy Butcher. Oh shit. Dude, fucking fucking the deep dude with his damn sea creatures and shit.
Oh my goodness. Oh god. Oh god, that's gross. Bro, what the fuck?
I told you, dude, this
Eh,
shows
Oh goodness
it's
gracious.
it's at least gonna be at the same level of crazy that season 1 was, or or maybe they're even like bumping it up even more.
Yeah. Was not expecting that. All right, what else you got? Lord.
The only other thing I got is that you remember the Animaniacs?
Yeah. The
The Maniacs.
Animaniacs.
There's gonna be a reboot on Hulu, and they've announced the premiere date.
Okay.
Uh, it'll be November 20th, 22 years after the final episode.
Well.
Hulu has announced that this is interesting to me. The Steven Spielberg produced reboot of the 90s cartoon, is premiering November 20th. They're getting a 2-season series order. Um, 13 episodes a season, I think, for the first 2 seasons. Heading in 2021 is when it'll be premiering. The second season is 2021, and the first season is this year, November 20th. Yeah, that's what it
Gotcha.
is. Okay. So yeah, it'll be. I didn't know it was gonna be produced by Steven Spielberg. That kind of makes me a little bit more intrigued. Like I watched the original like forever ago, obviously as a kid, but yeah, I mean, I I'll be willing to at least like check out the first episode, or whatever. Like I don't know if you've seen any of like the DuckTales reboot, but that's pretty fun to
No,
to
I
watch if
haven't
you want to.
really I haven't really looked at it, watched it that much.
Yeah, I've seen some of it here and there, and it's it looks pretty. It's a fun little anime show to watch when you got like nothing else to watch or whatever. The voice cast is pretty good too. I like David Tennant as Scrooge McDuck, but yeah. So Animaniacs, I'll probably be giving it a shot when it comes out. Um, just to see how it is, and then I'll report back to you guys to see how it is, and we talk about it briefly. But that's all I got for TV news.
Okay.
And I have 5 things for the movie news. So these will probably go pretty quickly as well.
Okay, let's move on and hit those then, shall
All
we?
right. First thing in movie news is uh director Nia DaCosta is going to be helming Captain Marvel 2. So Captain Marvel, the sequel to Captain Marvel has a director. Um Nia DaCosta, which is she is also she did the new Candyman remake, I believe, as well, which is what she's known as currently. Um, the other thing that she's known for, she directed this other movie. Probably the other one that she's known for as well is Little Woods, which stars Lily James and Tessa Thompson. I haven't seen the movie myself, but yeah, she actually doesn't have a whole lot of credits on for her you know filmography, but she's doing Candyman and Captain Marvel too, so we will see how that goes. I think like I didn't hate Captain Marvel the original, but it wasn't like my favorite movie either.
Same. I didn't hate it.
So I think that this I in my opinion, I think no matter what happens, Captain Marvel 2 would probably end up being better than the first one. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Even though I did like the setting of the 90s in the first movie, I just think that I don't know. This movie just will probably end up being better. Um, but yeah. What else we got here? We got here's something interesting. Tom Hanks is in talks to play Geppetto in Disney's Pinocchio. So it's been reported in the past that Robert Zemeckis is going to be directing the movie. With in Disney's continued lineup of live action remakes. Uh, Tom Hanks and Robert Zemeckis have worked on stuff before, obviously, like Forrest Gump and Castaway, Polar Express. So if Tom Hanks ends up signing on to this for Pinocchio, then that'd be another one that they'd work on together. I think this would be a good pickup if they can get him for this. Because I mean, obviously, anytime you add talent, man, Tom Hanks is pure talent. It'll be good. I wonder who they would have cast as Pinocchio, though.
I have no
Yeah,
clue. I have not a clue.
yeah. If you get Tom Hanks as your Geppetto, then who are you gonna get as Pinocchio? I don't know. It'll be interesting, but I don't really like. I'm not somebody that hates the live action remakes. I don't think they're better. I don't think any. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I don't think any of the live action remakes have been better than the animated versions. But like, I don't shit on them like other people do either. Like I think the way that I see them is like they're like almost different movies of the same movie. Like just because you have the live action version of this movie, that's not gonna erase the animated one. Like you're always gonna have the animated one. You know what I mean? It's just a
Yep.
different interpretation and version of the animated movie. Like it's just a different version of it.
Yep.
So I've actually liked some of the live action ones. Like I like Beauty and the Beast. I liked uh, Jungle Book. I thought Cinderella was decent. So some of them have been pretty good. I'm really looking forward to Mulan. Um, when that comes out, which we talked about, I think last week or something, that it's going to be put on Disney Plus for $30. Um, but yeah, so yeah, I don't hate the live action ones. So we'll see. We'll see what happens with if Tom Hanks ends up joining, and if Tom Hanks ends up joining Pinocchio.
Yeah.
Oh wait,
I,
never mind. I didn't. We didn't mention it last week because. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
no, I was just gonna say I watch Tom Hanks and anything. So.
Yeah. I don't know. I was just gonna say as well that we didn't talk about Mulan being on Disney Plus last week because we're about to talk about it right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
that Mulan, as I mentioned, is gonna be on Disney Plus for $30, 29.99 on
Daniel
top.
spoiled his own news.
I spoiled my own news. Yeah, I don't think that's ever happened before, has it?
No, no, that's first, I think.
That's a first. Episode 48, the spoiler.
Oh god, it makes me laugh. Sorry.
Fucking air horn, dude. Brr, 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 brr,
I
brr.
didn't put it into the stream deck.
Oh man, you gotta
That's,
put it on there, dude.
I got everything set up but my audio things.
Yeah, you gotta set up your stream deck, man, so you can fucking play the sound effects. Anyway,
Yeah, I gotta put them back in there.
uh, yeah. So September 4th, Mulan will be premiering on Disney Plus. For $29.99 on top of the subscription to the service. Which I could see like for like one person doing this, $30 might be a little bit steep, but I've thought of like situations and like with people with like large families or whatever. Like think of like Aaron and Melanie, right?
Yeah.
They have like 50 kids, so it's a joke, obviously, but they don't have 50 kids. I'm just joking around. So Josh and I have
Yeah, he's
have
joking.
have
They only have 25.
yeah. So Josh and I have friends named that are the Elliots, Aaron and Melanie, and they have I think 4 kids, 5 if you count Dababa, but they have they have
We
4.
count them.
So they have 5 kids. No, they have 4 kids, and like I think like it would make it would be a good deal for them because like if you go to the movie, you pay $30, you stay at home, you can
Hmm.
watch it at the comfort of your own home for $30, and you can do what you want to do at home, obviously watching the movie, because going to the theater you have to like for them it'd be like how many kids do we have to take to, again, it's 4 kids plus them, depending on how much tickets cost. Like over here, tickets are like $15, dude. Like where I'm at, like $15 ticket, which is why I don't go to the theaters often. But over there in Ohio, I want to say I don't know what the price is, but I want to say I don't know. Either way, let's say they're like even $5 a ticket, right? That's 5 times like 6 because it's Aaron, Melanie, and the kids. Like that's, I mean, you know, I think if the price for Mulan on Disney Plus, makes sense
Yeah.
for somebody like that. Um, and like I think like if if you're like somebody if you're like you want to watch this movie and you don't want like by yourself and you don't want to pay $30, I'd probably just like get like a group of friends together, and then you all pitch in like a couple bucks, and then just watch the movie together or something, right?
Watch party.
Yeah, just
Watch
do like a watch
party.
party. That's kind of how I'm thinking about it. Like I'm not thinking about it as like somebody like, oh, one person. I don't want to pay $30 for it. Like don't, no, no. You gotta do it. You gotta do it smart, man. You know you gotta you gotta get a group of friends, watch together. You know what I mean? Like don't,
Just,
yeah, yeah. Just
don't,
just just
don't,
be smart about it. Be smart
yeah,
about it.
don't, fucking, don't tell Christopher Nolan in his tenant. He'll have he wants that shit to be seen in the theaters.
No, he's not putting that shit on. He's not putting that shit on VOD, dude.
Yeah.
There's no way he's putting that shit on VOD. He'll
Uh,
fucking
he'll
die before they
wait.
put that shit on VOD.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, I think this is it'll be interesting if they do this going forward. Like for like what if they end up doing this for like Black Widow and other stuff too. So this is kind
If
of like a
it's something I really want to see, I'll shell out the 30. I mean, Mulan, I'm not going to because I'm not jumping at the screen to see it. But if it was something like Black Widow or one of the other Marvel movies, I'd probably be like all over that.
so for you it would just depend on the movie then, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. If it's something that's I'm super interested in. Yeah.
Okay, okay. Yeah. I just think it's gonna be an interesting model going forward. Like they're kind of testing this out with Mulan, right? Like this is gonna be like the first movie that like you'll have to pay like a premium to watch it at home because we can't go to the theaters right now. So I'll be keeping a close eye on this to see how like if see if this ends up being a good idea or a bad idea. Um, we'll wait and see, man. It comes out the same day as fucking the boys. So, oh, dude, there's a lot of stuff coming out on September 4th. I just remembered. Not only are we getting the boys and Mulan, we're also getting the Avengers game. So that Friday, September 4th is gonna be busy, man. You got the boy, dude.
Loaded.
You have a movie to watch, a game to play, and the show to watch. So it's like, damn, that's gonna
Hitting
be
you with the trifecta.
yeah, man. You got all three of them: movie, show, game. That's gonna be a crazy Friday. But anyway, yeah, it'll be curious to see how like if this model ends up working, for them. Like if it ends up working, you'll probably end up seeing more movies end up on VOD for like $30 or whatever.
Uh-huh.
Uh, moving on from that. Um, John Wick 5 has been announced. And you may be asking to yourself, 5? We don't even have 4 yet. Well, Lionsgate plans to shoot 4 and 5 back to back. CEO John Fesselheimer told analysts about the next 2 movies in the long-running franchise starring Keanu Reeves. The first 3 movies have generated over $579 million in the worldwide box office, and the Keanu verse is ever growing because we're getting not only John Wick 4 but now John Wick 5. They're busy preparing the scripts for the next 2 movies, John Wick 4 and 5. John Wick 4 is slated to hit theaters Memorial Day weekend of 2022. Uh, and Fesselheimer in a quote said, "We hope to shoot both John Wick 4 and 5 back to back when Keanu becomes available early next year." Uh, so yeah, this is we knew that 4 was coming, but it was delayed because of the COVID. But now we're getting a 4 and a 5. So yeah, how do you feel about this news, man? That they're
I
doing
think I think I need to see 3.
yeah, right? Yeah.
I was sitting there thinking, man, you know what's gonna happen is like all these sequels are gonna be all these movies will be out, and I will still not have seen 3, and then I'll have to watch like 3 fucking movies.
Yeah.
I think it's
Yeah.
good. I think they really love that character. Keanu seems to really love playing John Wick, so
Yeah, he
I
does.
think it's cool. I think it's cool. I like John Wick. If I can give me more, all I need is Keanu being a badass. Like I don't need anything more than that. You know,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah,
it's kind of like watching those old action movies back when you were young. You know, we were talking about Arnold earlier. It's kind of like watching an Arnold movie almost.
Mhm. I'm kind of with you on that. I I haven't seen 3 either. I need to watch it. Uh Hopefully I'll watch it soon. I definitely need to get on that because I've been meaning to we were supposed to do an episode for this show, the Clockwork Cantina, last year about John Wick 3 when the movie first came out. We were gonna like watch it and talk about it and all that stuff, and we just I don't know what happened. We just never got to it, man. Like
I
fucking
think I
WaveCon
was.
happened and all this
I
other
think.
stuff, and we
Yeah, I
never
think I
got to
was
it.
working nonstop too around that time.
Yeah, that might yeah, because we did take that hiatus for a while. That's true.
Yeah, yeah. Work beat the hell out of me last year. It's okay though. I'm
Yeah.
getting payback this year because I haven't had to go in 5 months. Oh goodness.
Oh man, yeah. So yeah, we'll have to watch that movie, and then we'll be able to talk about it on the show here. Uh, But yeah, the last thing I have on here for movie news is that James Wan is producing a Knight Rider movie. Anyway, the classic '80s show Knight Rider is getting a movie with James Wan producing it. Spyglass Media Group will develop a feature based on the NBC series, which generated 90 episodes in a 4-season run that began in 1982 to 1986. And your boy David Hasselfrau, aka Hasselhoff, aka Michael Knight, was the main man of the show with the car kit. Um, yeah, this is I think that hopefully, well, the hope is that this movie won't be as bad as the other movie that they did.
I've tried to reboot Knight Rider a few times too, not just in movies, but it's on like
Yeah.
TV series and stuff, and they just can't ever. I don't think I ever watched like Knight Rider really. Like
Oh.
fucking when was it a fucking thing?
I watched it quite a bit because my dad loves it. You know what I mean? Like he was of that era of like those that like a lot of those '80s shows. You know.
And yeah, yeah.
So because of him, I watched a lot of it all the time, growing up and whatnot. Um. So yeah, that's kind of what I'm like familiar with it. You know. But yeah, I mean, we'll see what happens. Again, it can't be worse than the 2008 one. I don't know if you remember that one. That one was just bad. The 2008 one was just not good.
Yeah, I don't really remember it. I feel like I saw it, but I don't remember it. So that probably tells you how bad it
Yep,
was.
that's again, yeah, that makes sense. Makes sense. All right, well, that's all I got, man, for the movie news. That's gonna be it for today.
That's all the news for the past week, guys. At least the news that we know of.
Yep,
You ready
yep,
to
yep.
hit our topic?
Main
Our
topic, yeah,
main
man.
topic.
We'll throw up our Pixar picks.
Yeah. It's our
Yeah.
Pixar picks. How you want to start at the top? You want to start at the bottom?
I think we should start at the bottom and then lead. Go from the started from the bottom. Now we're here. Like the Drake song. So
I am gonna
we'll start
say,
below and go up to the top.
gotcha. I'm gonna start by saying there's one, two, three, four movies I haven't seen, and three of them are sequels. And one
Okay.
was one I wanted to watch, but I got so busy I didn't get to.
So there's a total of 22 Pixar movies out there right now.
Hmm.
So what you're saying, Josh, is that there's four of them that you did not include, or you have them in there, but you just haven't seen them.
I have not included them. They're not
Okay.
ranked. I have them written down here
So
just to be like I have not seen these.
okay, so you have like 18 movies on your list then.
Yep, I do.
Okay, so our lists are gonna go differently because of that reason. So know that ahead of time, everybody. I have seen all of the Pixar movies. Albeit there are some that I haven't seen in a while, but I have seen all of them. And Josh has not. He's only seen or he's missing out on a few of them, which is fine.
Yep, about
We'll
four.
we'll go through this. I'll probably go first, then Josh will
Yeah,
go since I
well,
have
here, how
more.
about we let you? We'll let you do. How about your bottom four?
Bottom four, sure, yeah, we can do
And
that.
then when
That's fine.
you get to 18, we can swap back over to me, and we'll hop back and forth like that.
All right, cool. Well, I'll go ahead and start with my bottom four then. At at dead last for me, if we're gonna get into it right away. So ready, guys. We're gonna talk about our Pixar movies. Josh, if you want to throw that up on the screen, that we're talking our Pixar lists.
Oh yeah, hold up.
Um, I'm also I think what we can probably do is as we talk about these, if I don't know if you want to like throw up like images or like trailers of the movies we're talking about or something.
Yeah, we can do that.
Um, so all right, here we go. We're just gonna get into it, everybody. Our favorite Pixar movies ranked. for me from 22 to 1, and for Josh 18 to 1. So all right, here we go. Let's get into it. Starting now. For me, this is a disclaimer here, okay? I need to. I feel like I need to do this every time we do a list or whatever. Remember, guys, this is our list, and we have ranked the movies on our list the way we see fit, the way that we like them, uh, so on and so forth, blah blah blah, etc. etc. So everything that's here is purely based off my opinion and how the movies, how I like them, and all that other stuff. Okay. So if there's something that you agree on or disagree on or whatever, then you know I'm open to hearing um I'm open to having like a conversation about this stuff. Like I'm curious, like if I have a movie that's ranked lower and somebody's like, oh man, you have the movie ranked so low. I have it ranked up here. Let me tell you why I like this movie. You know what I mean? Like I'm open to that kind of conversation instead of being like, oh, you have that movie fucking 22nd or 21st. Fucking you suck. Let me fucking fuck out of here, Like instead of something stupid like that, like why don't you just like, you know, if there's a movie that I have on my list that's lower tiered, fucking tell me why you like it so much, and then maybe like I think that my list there are some things here that can shift. I think that there's like from the 11 to like 17 or like in that range. I think there's some that I could like switch around here and there. But anyway, again, this is my list. This is how I feel about things. As of right now, my list could always change in the future, which is what I've said about the MCU movies as well. Like I'm sure that like if you look back on our first episode, which is the MCU ranking one, my list would look a lot different now. You know what I mean? Because
Hmm.
it's been like over a year since we've done that one.
But
But
yeah, mhm.
yeah, so
And then
so
I had an idea for something later. Hang on,
no, go for
you
it, go
good?
for it, go for it.
No, no, no. Go ahead. Go ahead. This is something we'll talk about off stream.
Okay, I was just gonna say, well, write it down. I was just gonna say, I was hey, so you don't forget it, man. I was just gonna say, again, this is our list. So Josh's list and my list are gonna look different because this is how we feel about these Pixar movies. And if you want to have some conversations about this stuff, then let's do it. You can hit me up on Twitter or Discord. And same goes for Josh. And
Yeah.
we'll talk about this stuff. Like I'm curious, like what some of your guys' favorite Pixar movies are. But anyway, I feel like I've rambled on enough. Let me get started here. I'm gonna to set things how they're gonna go here again. I'm gonna name off my first four, and then Josh will go, and then I'll go
Yep.
back and forth because I did 20. I have done all 22. Josh has only done 18 because he hasn't seen four. All right. Now that we got everything cleared and out of the way, let's get started. At the very bottom for me, this is a movie that I don't. At the time when it was gonna come out, I don't remember being super excited for it or anything. I was like curious by it. I was a little bit intrigued because of the like I don't know if the premise is the right word, but like the characters and the relation with the two characters, the two main characters, I thought was gonna be maybe like something uh that would have been interesting. But uh unfortunately I ended up watching the movie and it turned out to be very forgettable for me. Um and to me, that movie is at number 22, dead last in my Pixar list, is The Good Dinosaur. That is
Mm,
at the bottom barrel for me. I just yeah, I just unfortunately it's just a very forgettable movie for me. I've seen the movie, but I don't even remember what happens in it. Um which is kind of rare for me with Pixar movies. There's only a couple of these that I feel this way about because I just like I mean, if I were to watch it again, I might feel a little bit differently about it, but probably not much. You know what I mean? Like it's just not I just like oh, I think most of the Pixar movies are pretty good or decent, but I think this one is just one of the ones that just like, you know. It's a
Mhm.
very pretty movie. Like all the Pixar movies are pretty, but I just, it's just for me, it's just, at the bottom. Um, so yeah, that's my number 22, at the very bottom. Uh Number 21 after that, I have Cars 2. Uh Cars 2, which is a very radical shift from Cars 1. I'm gonna tell you guys right now, I really enjoy Cars 1, the original one. And Cars 2 is just, I don't know. I What were they thinking with this movie, man? I don't understand. They made it kind of like a spy, like international espionage spy type thing with like, it just I don't know what they were thinking on it, dude. It's like, it's pretty bad. I thought, yeah, man. I like the original one, but this one was just bad, dude. Like I don't have much to say on it other than that they missed the mark with this one, dude. I don't know what they were thinking with Cars 2, man. They like completely just like shifted the everything with this one. I don't understand. So yeah, I'm not a fan of Cars 2. So this one is another pretty forgettable one for me. I have it dead last, or not dead last, second to last. So I have Good Dinosaur 22, Cars 2 21. Um, Next up we have, at number 20, surprise, surprise, Cars 3. uh, it's not over until the lightning strikes. So they were kind of like marketing this one as kind of like a little, I don't know, like a little bit more. I don't know if edgy is the right word, but like I remember the trailers being like, "Here's the race and the racetrack, and here's Lightning McQueen, and oh no, he's like spinning over to the side and flipping over,
Yeah, I
and
remember.
like, yeah, I don't. I have this one higher than the second one because this one was at least a little bit more true to the Cars 1 stuff. Because Cars 2, they just completely switched everything around. I don't know what the hell. They were espionage spy shit in that one. This one was at least back to the racing, the like the NASCAR-esque type stuff that they were doing in the first movie. Um, and like in this movie, like Lightning McQueen's like the older dude now, because in the first movie he was like the rookie or whatever, and in this one he's like the older dude that's been around the game for a while now or whatever. And I just this movie is, again, I hate to say this, but this movie is pretty forgettable for me, man.
Yeah.
I've seen it, but I couldn't tell you what the hell happens in this movie because I just Cars 3, man, it just didn't do it for me. Didn't do it for me, man. So for that reason, I have that at number 20. And then my last one before we go to Josh, number 19, I have Finding Dory here. Finding Dory at the number 19 here. Yeah, this one is it's I don't think it's like a terrible movie, but it's just not like it's to me this is kind of like a Guardians 1 to Guardians 2 situation. Like I think Finding Nemo and Guardians 1 are like up there. They're like really good. And Guardians 2 and Finding Dory are just like they're lackluster, like not as good sequels. That's my opinion. Like if you like Guardians 2 and Finding Dory, like, I'm good for you. I'm glad you do. Again, I don't think they're terrible movies, but I don't think they're like, maybe I shouldn't use lackluster because that's probably not the best word to use, but they're just not as good as like the original. And like, I don't know. I didn't enjoy them as much as the originals. So for that reason, Finding Dory is my number 19. I have that one down here. Yeah, I don't know. It wasn't my favorite. I prefer the characters of the first movie a lot more than the ones in this one. So yeah, that's my bottom four. So again, 22, The Good Dinosaur; 21, Cars 2; 20, Cars 3; and number 19, Finding Dory. Now, Josh, Are any of these movies on your list or on the list of movies that you have not seen?
3 of them are on the list of movies I have not seen.
Oh, there you go. We got 3 of them out of the way for Josh there. I assume Finding
Uh,
Dory, Cars 2 and 3, right? Those are the ones?
yeah, correct.
Yeah, makes sense.
Um, the other
That
one I'm
makes
missing is the one I wanted to see, that I didn't get
mm,
to. I even told you, I was like, "I gotta watch this," and I didn't.
yeah, well,
I
yeah.
didn't I'm just go ahead and name it now, cause and then when it comes up on your list, I didn't get to see Ratatouille. I wanted to.
Uh,
I
have you
didn't
never
get to
seen that
watch it.
one?
I've never seen it, and I
Oh,
heard it's good.
man. Oh,
I don't feel
man.
I don't feel bad about not seeing any of the sequels of those movies that you just
Yeah,
named
no.
because of where
Dude,
you place them. I don't feel bad about it at all. I do
nah,
feel bad
dude.
about the Ratatouille one.
Yeah, oh, yeah, I really like it. But yeah, dude, Finding Dory, Cars 2 and 3, they're just oh, man. Nah, man. Again, Finding Dory is like it's very I hate using this word, but it's very meh, you know?
Mhm.
I don't use that word often, but it's very just like whatever, you know? And then like Cars 3 and 2 and 3, they're just man, Cars 3 is like so forgettable for me, and like Cars 2 is just they tried to do too much in that one. And it's just like, nah, man, it didn't work. And then yeah, Good Dinosaur also just another forgettable one for me. But yeah, that's uh that's my bottom four. Um I guess we're moving on to 18 because this is where you start your list. So go ahead and
Yeah.
name off your
Alright.
number 18 movie, which is the bottom of the
So,
barrel for you.
not a number 18 for me. Bottom of the barrel. Uh, it's the Good Dinosaur. Like Daniel and I, it's kind of funny that when you said that was your bottom. I'm like, well, that's the bottom for me too because the movie is it's not great,
Yeah,
really.
it's just
Uh,
yeah, unfortunately, it's just not, you know. Like I remember being like, "Yo, this is about a little caveman kid and a cool little dinosaur bro, and they're gonna be friends." And like, I like dinosaurs not as much as Jake, but I mean, I think dinosaurs are still pretty cool, right? But
yeah.
like, yeah, dude, it just never, it never got good for me. I just don't know. It was again. I've been saying this a lot with some of these movies, but it was pretty forgettable. Like I don't remember. I don't. There's not a lot I remember about that movie, you know. But yeah, but it's your turn to talk, man. I've been talking too much. Go ahead.
Nah, nah, nah. It's just it's pretty forgettable to me. You know, I I saw this not. I didn't see. I saw this not long after it had come out, and I didn't even realize it was like a Pixar movie. To
Mm.
be honest with you, I didn't realize it. I just thought, oh, this is just some animated movie. Um, and then you look at the voice cast, which it has a pretty decent voice cast, right? Like
Yeah, yeah.
you got
And
Jeffrey Wright in there,
Jeffrey Wright, Francis McDormand, Sam Elliott, John Ratzenberger. Yeah, it's got a
Anna Paquin's in there too. Like
Anna Paquin. Yeah,
I don't know, I don't know,
yeah.
I don't
Just
know why it sucks so
it's
bad
one
that
it's
it's
one of those
not.
things where it's like I don't know what happened with this movie, But
Yeah, I don't even remember how it ends, to be honest.
again, yeah, same because I don't remember anything that happens in this movie.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
But
yeah.
yeah, so
I don't really have.
yeah,
I don't have a lot to say on things that I don't like. It's just forgettable to me. It's forgettable to me.
yeah. I mean, if you want to like throw up like a trailer or like a
Yeah, let's
fucking
throw it up there.
like a picture or something,
We'll throw up
because
a quick trailer of it.
yeah. But yeah, there's just not a whole lot that I can say about that either. Because again, I just don't remember a whole lot about that movie. It's not. It's just one of those movies, dude. That unfortunately, like, just didn't end up doing nothing for me.
You
I
know,
remember.
when you're
Go
going
ahead.
up against a dinosaur movie and you're animated and like supposed to be a kid movie, by God, you better come out swinging because we had The Land Before Time growing up. All right, like
Yeah,
yeah, and that shit it don't get much better than that.
yeah, man, for sure. That's very true. That is very very true. Fucking Petrie and all the homies, man.
Hmm.
I remember watching this trailer before this movie came out. When did this movie even come out? This movie came out in 2015. This is a 5-year-old movie.
Hmm.
I remember watching this trailer, yeah, and even then, like I was like, like again, the whole like dinosaur kid and the little caveman kid concept sounded looked interesting, but it just unfortunately just never, you know.
It made me think of Ice Age.
Yeah, I
You
could see
know?
that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I could see that
Uh,
for sure. That definitely makes sense.
yeah,
Yeah, I don't know. I just this unfortunately for this movie, it's dead last for both of us. Sometimes we just agree like that, you know. Sometimes Josh and I have pretty similar tastes, and then other times,
that's why I like doing the list because it's very interesting to
yeah,
get to see
yeah, exactly, right.
how close we are.
How different or how
I really
yeah,
can't wait till we get to our top three. It's gonna be good.
yeah.
But yeah, good dinosaur. Not a good movie.
I mean, yeah, yeah. So
uh,
that's what that is. We can move on now to my number 18, which my number 18. Um, this might be a hot take for me because I think there's a lot of people who actually enjoy this movie quite a bit. But for me, I have this one um at number 18 because personally, again, this is gonna be a hot take. Personally, for me, I think it's a little overrated. I think that the voice cast and everything, of course, was good and all that stuff and everything, but I think this movie is maybe a little tad bit overrated. This is also a 5-year-old movie. Uh, and the one that I'm talking about at my number 18, ready, drum roll, drum roll, drum roll. Number 18 for me is Inside Out. I have Inside Out at number 18 for me. Again, this might be a hot take, but I don't enjoy this one as much as other people do. And because this is my list, I have it lower. So
mhm.
maybe you like this movie, maybe you don't, but I have yeah, Inside Out is at number 18 for me. I will say that I like the Bing Bong stuff. Bing Bong there's always something in these Pixar movies. Well, I don't want to say always, but like in most of these Pixar movies, there's always something that gets you the feels, right? That gives you the
Mhm.
feels in these movies, right? And I think Bing Bong was that for me in this movie. There was just something about like, the imaginary friend type thing that I don't know, like the way they utilized Bing Bong in this movie, um, in the scenes that he was in, I think that was like the best of the stuff to me. Um, but yeah, again, people really like this movie. I think to me, it's not as good or as enjoyable to me as some of the other ones. Like, which is again not to say this is a bad movie. I just enjoyed others more than this one personally. You know, I think the idea of like having all these like different emotions living inside your head or whatever is pretty neat. With the joy, anger, fear, disgust, and sadness or whatever. That's pretty neat. But yeah, I don't know. I just personally I don't enjoy this one as much as others. So for that reason, I have it at number 18, Inside Out from 2015. The voice cast is pretty good. We got Amy Poehler, Phyllis Smith, Bill Hader, Lewis Black, Mindy Kaling, Bobby Moynihan, Frank Oz, Rashida Jones, John Ratzenberger, who's like in every fucking Pixar movie.
Yeah,
But yeah, I mean it's a good voice cast. Um, but yeah, I just the movie itself, I just enjoyed. I just enjoy others more than this one. That's all.
that's fair.
Yeah. So that's why Inside Out is my number 18. Uh, yeah.
All right.
So we're moving on to number 17. What is your number 17, my friend?
My number 17 is the prequel I don't think we ever needed, Monster University. Uh, I honestly I don't know why this ever was a movie. I really don't. I barely remember what happens in this movie. I don't think we needed it. It's definitely not my favorite. Of course, the voice cast is great, and we get to revisit some
Yeah,
of our old favorite characters.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
But I just don't know why we needed it. I honestly don't. Everybody wanted a sequel, so they're like, "Hey, let's give them a prequel where they go to college." It's so weird. It's so weird. I don't know why. I'm not crazy over this. And again, this is my opinion. If you love this movie, you love this movie, obviously. But I just don't
So
think I needed it.
so since we're on the topic of this movie, or since on this movie already, let me give you a little spoiler alert. Monsters University is also my number 17. So we don't. So I'm just gonna talk about this movie with Josh, so we can
Yeah,
just
go
like
ahead.
both get through this one.
Yeah.
I am in full agreement with what you were saying because that's exactly what I was gonna say. In that I really enjoy the original Monsters Inc.
Hmm.
And I was like, oh, the way they ended it, you're like, yo, we're getting a sequel, right? And then they're like, no, we're doing a prequel where they're in university. Like, what? Who wanted to see a prequel, dude? Who? Who wanted to see a prequel of this movie when we had a perfectly lined up sequel for it? I just, I this movie came out in 2013, and I think that I don't think it's like, again, I don't think it's terrible, but it's a movie that, yeah, it was kind of unnecessary. We didn't need a prequel about Mike and Sully being in university. You know what I mean?
Mm-mm.
I would have much preferred to see a a sequel. I think that's what everybody wanted, man. At least I think so, right? Like, you know what I mean? Like, again, it's like it's I don't know, man. I would have definitely preferred to have seen a uh a sequel as opposed to a prequel.
Same.
Um
Like I don't need Animal House Pixar. You know, I don't. I
Animal House
don't.
Pixar. Yeah, I don't know, man. This one again, I don't think it's terrible, but it seems it does seem pretty unnecessary, considering some of the other ones we have on here. Um and yeah, I don't know, man. It's definitely not as good as Monsters Inc. That's like for damn sure. Um and yeah, like calling the thing that always makes me laugh is like instead of calling, you know how in the Monsters Inc. he's Randall. And then this
Mhm.
movie, they call him Randy or whatever. That shit always cracks me up for some reason, dude. It's like, why you fucking call him from Randy to Randall? It's like, oh god, I don't know. Yeah, this movie again. I don't hate it, but or I don't like dislike it or anything. It's just like yeah. It seems it is unnecessary. It is like a prequel that we wanted a sequel. We wanted a sequel instead of a prequel, you know. So I just I'm full. I'm there with you, dude. I wanted to at the beginning. Well, as soon as you mentioned that those are your number 17, I wanted to like jump in and be like, "Yo, this is my number 17 too." But I don't want to. I feel like I've talked too
Nah,
much. So yeah.
no,
So
you're good, bro. Talk as much as you want.
what are your what are the things you got to say about this movie, man?
I mean, I just didn't think we needed it. Like, really, when I come up with something that's usually pretty simple, of when I don't like it, I just don't think we needed it. I've watched it. It's been a while since I've seen it. I'll give
Same.
that out there. But
Yeah.
like when I
Yeah. Yeah.
watched it, I
Same.
was like, it just doesn't have that original magic for me, man. It just don't. It doesn't grab me like the first one did. Um,
Yeah. 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 I agree.
and we all wanted a sequel because the first one sets you up for that sequel, and we don't. They deny us and give us Animal House Pixar, which I'm not. I didn't need. Didn't
That's a fun.
need. Didn't have no desire to see it.
That is a great
Yeah.
analogy, man. Animal House, Pixar. That's great.
I mean,
Yeah, I'm in agreement, dude. Yeah, I completely agree with you 100% with everything that you were saying. So yeah, and since that was both our number 17, we can move on to number 16. And so
I
yeah, I mean, Josh, go ahead, man. Number 16.
my number 16 might be a little controversial. I don't know. It might not be.
Ooh,
Um,
okay. Let's see. Hot take, maybe
I
potentially.
don't. I don't know. I don't know. We waited a very long time for the sequel, and it's The Incredibles 2. Um,
Okay.
Now that isn't to say I hate it. I don't hate it. I like The Incredibles too, but it just doesn't capture enough for me to be higher than what it is. From now on up on my list, I enjoyed most of everything else, right? Like for what else is on my list. Um, I really like the original, and the sequel's fine. I don't know. It didn't grab me as much. Maybe it was too long and just not enough after so long of what I wanted from it. Yeah, I wasn't crazy over the villain. I wasn't crazy over a lot of the stuff they do in this film. But I still ultimately like it. I'd still watch it today if it was on. But I'm just
Yeah.
not. I'm not a. I want to explore more of the Incredibles world because I love superheroes, and
Yeah.
ultimately that's where it falls for me. There.
Hmm. It's fair.
I know some people love this movie, and I didn't see this till a while after it come out, a little bit too. So, but yeah, I don't know. I wasn't crazy over it.
It's fair.
That's all I really got to say about Incredibles 2.
Cool. 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 All right. Um, my number 16. Now, I have this one down here because, to be quite honest, it's something that I haven't seen in such a long time that I just didn't feel comfortable ranking it higher because, again, it's just been way too long since I've seen it. So I don't know how I feel about it nowadays. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So so strictly for that reason alone, I have it down here, and that is 1998's A Bug's Life. Uh Bug's Life is my number 16. Again, it's just because I just haven't seen this movie in so damn long that I don't know if I have to revisit it to know if I like it less or more or like if it's just right or anything. Um so yeah, I mean I don't have a whole lot to say other than uh from what I remember of this movie, I remember enjoying it, but this was like way back in the day when I first watched it. And like in the
Try,
early days of watching it. Again,
trying to
I
find
just
a
I
better trailer.
I
That
just
trailer was
I
awful.
I just don't know how I would feel about it nowadays. Um, because I mean, it is also a little dated compared to some of the other Pixar movies.
Mhm.
It's a little dated. It's just a little dated. But yeah, I mean, there's a lot about the story and the characters and everything that I don't remember, I don't recall because it's been like forever. But I mean, of course, you got Hopper and you got Flick and um the voice cast is pretty good. You got, but we say this about like every movie, but it's true. The voice cast is good, man. You got you know, uh, fucking fucking. Why am I blanking on the name? Jesus, Brad Garrett. That's what I was thinking of. God damn. Brad Garrett, Julia Louis Dreyfus, Hayden Panettiere. I believe Dave Foley was Flick. Then you have Kevin Spacey before he was a pedophile. As as Hopper. I'm sorry. I just Kevin Spacey before he was a fucking weirdo. Or
Mhm.
maybe he was a weirdo back then too. I don't know. But you know, uh Dennis Leary, John again, the OG, the main the main man who's in every movie, John Ratzenberger. Uh uh yeah, somebody's like, I don't think that's how that works. He was before, but no one knew. Yeah, that's why I was like, that's why I was like, he probably was back then too.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Before we knew about it is what I meant to say. But anyway, yeah. So I just don't have a whole lot to say about Bugs Life. So I just need to rewatch it because it's been like years, man. So that's why I have it at number 16. That's
Gotcha.
that's that's pretty much why I have here.
All right.
What's your number 15?
My number 15 is A Bug's Life for pretty much almost the exact same reasons that Daniel said.
Hey,
It's been a while
hey.
since I've seen it. I remember some of the story details. I remember not really liking it all that much, to be honest. Oh,
Mhm.
really? I probably should have swapped it and Incredibles too. But that low on the list, it doesn't really matter to me that much where they fall. Not crazy over it. Um, don't remember a lot about it. Um, I know I said in chat, I watched Ants and liked it a lot more than A Bug's Life. So yeah,
Dude,
I don't
I
have a lot to say on it. I'm not
I don't
crazy
I don't
over what I
I don't
remember.
remember ants either, dude. This has been too long.
Mhm.
It's been way too long, man.
It is funny though. Our lists are kind of similar
Yeah, in some
in
ways they
certain
are.
parts.
Yeah. For the most part, they've been pretty like on point.
Daniel pretty much covered everything I don't like, not necessarily don't like about the movie, but just don't. It's so old, and I haven't seen it in so long.
Yeah, yeah. It's a 1998 movie. I can't even remember the last time I saw it. You know what I mean? I couldn't tell you the last time I saw A Bug's Life. It's been that long. But anyway, that was your number 15, right?
It,
Okay. My number 15 is Up. Uh
wow.
Up is my number 15. Um I like this movie, but I don't know. I think that the first 10 minutes are pretty powerful stuff, pretty emotionally powerful stuff. But I don't know. I feel like the rest of the movie is just fine. Like it's okay.
Hmm.
I don't love it. I think it's a fine movie, you know? Like I think it's good, but I don't like I'm not like super overly like, you know. Yeah, it's like it's the typical Pixar where like it hits you in the feels, you know?
Uh huh.
But and then like, you know, the dog with the talking dog with the squirrel and all that stuff is pretty funny, but I don't know. I mean, I think to me it's a fine movie, you know? It's a fine movie with some feels, you know what I mean? So that's pretty much how this movie is for me. The house with the balloons is pretty cool. Uh Russell's a neat little sidekick dude with Carl, but yeah, I don't know. I think it's just a fine movie. I don't really have I don't have much else to add on to it. It's just a movie that I don't think is like terrible, but I don't think it's like perfect either. It's just like it's like somewhere in the middle for me, you know? Which is why I have it at number 15. So I like it. It's a solid movie, but yeah, I have to I felt like this was a good spot for me to put it in personally. Um
Yeah.
oh, the killer dog's voice. Yeah, that's funny, man. The main like big bad dog talks like a, you know, like a little chipmunk or something. It's pretty great. Yeah.
All right.
But yeah, that's why I have up at my number 15. Um we are on number 14, I believe, right?
Number 14 for me
Uh-huh.
is
Is
Toy Story 2. Um,
hey, okay.
I'm not crazy over Toy Story 2. I love the original a lot.
So Toy
Um,
Story 2 is your least favorite out of all four of them?
Out of all of them, Toy Story 2 is my least favorite.
Okay.
Um, uh, I don't know. I'm just not crazy over the plot. Um, I like some of the characters. I like a lot of the new characters they introduce in Toy Story 2.
Mhm.
Um, I don't know. The whole toy barn and all that stuff is just like, and when he finds out he was a TV show star once upon a time, and I'm just like, cool. I'm just not, you know, a whole rescue play. I don't know. I'm just not crazy over it. You know, I love the Toy Story movies, and this doesn't say I hate Toy Story 2. I'll fucking watch it. I don't care, but
Yeah,
I ultimately this is like the one that grabs me the least out of all of them. Um,
that's fair.
I don't know.
get you. You don't like fucking what's his name? God damn, why am I blanking on his name? Pete, Stinky Pete.
Stinky Pete. Yeah, I like Stinky Pete.
Hmm.
I don't know. There's some silly stuff. I mean, there's silly stuff in all the movies because obviously they're Pixar movies, but like the Stinky Pete one,
Josh is like,
eh,
it's stinky, all right.
uh, eh. I just feel about it. I just feel
That's fair. That's fine.
That's yeah.
To be fair, this is a
I
movie.
like Jesse and Bullseye. You know, they
Yeah.
play good roles in the future.
Okay, okay, okay.
Yep. But yeah, that's Toy Story 2. That's where it's at on my list.
All right, all right, all right. So that's your number 14?
Well, that is number 14.
Cool. Okay. My number 14 is going to be Incredibles 2, which is one that we talked about already with Josh.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, so Incredibles 2 is my number 14. Again, good movie, but I enjoyed the first one more. And I I think that, like, I don't know, I just, to me, like, Incredibles, like, even the original one was something that I didn't, like, watch right away. Like, I didn't I The Incredibles was something that I didn't watch until later, so it doesn't hold as much of as a nostalgia type thing for me as other people.
Hmm.
And just for, like, and then the sequel, just came out, like, a couple years ago, so, which is the one we're talking about. Which again, I think it's good, but I just have it, like, it's just, it's, I felt like I had to put it here, because I
Yeah.
feel like it makes sense, but, for me at least, uh but yeah, I mean, I like that they're continuing the adventures of the Incredibles family. I think this is like set, like, is it like right after the first one, or like not too long, much longer after the first one, or something like that?
I can't remember.
But yeah, Elastigirl, is doing her thing. Um, and goddamn, do they animate the hell out of Elastigirl? Like, I'm like, sheesh in some shots. I'm like, wow. If you know what I mean, you know what I mean. But yeah, like, goddamn, these animators. But yeah, I mean, it was cool that they had Bob Odenkirk as, like, the guy that they make you think like he's gonna be the villain and whatnot. Which was pretty cool. I like how they did that. Um, they got the original, voice cast. I think I know they got Holly Hunter back, and Craig T. Nelson. Um, but yeah, I think they got the same. I think the voice actor for Dash is probably different, but I think, for the most part, everybody else is pretty much the same. They brought back, Sam Jackson as fucking Frozone, and that was cool. And yeah, I
With
mean,
my
it's
motherfucking super suit.
where's my motherfucking super suit? Yeah, no, it's cool, man. I like the movie. I like the movie.
Yeah.
It's pretty good, but yeah, I just don't have it, like, super high up on my list. So that's all. We are on number 13 now.
Number 13.
Is
For me, it's the original Cars.
a okay.
It's been a while since I've seen it, but I liked it. Let me open up a trailer for you
Life
guys.
is a highway.
Yeah. Mhm. Uh, why am I having such a hard time finding a trailer for this? Here we go.
Because there's like 3 movies now. They're like,
Yeah,
"Oh, what?"
right. Yeah, let me make sure. Yeah, it's Cars.
Yeah. So, alright, so Cars, the original, is your,
Cars, the original, is my number 13.
number
I
13,
haven't,
number 13, yeah.
number 13. I haven't seen it in a while.
Mhm.
Uh, and I don't think I watched it a lot, but I remember liking it a lot. I love the car designs. Voice acting's great.
Wow.
Um, wow. Yep.
Wow.
Get your boy.
Yeah, man,
Owen Wilson. Yeah.
you got Owen Wilson, Larry the Cable Guy.
Who was at his like? This was at his peak or right after his peak of comedy fame.
Right. This
Oh,
well,
later.
fucking Cars was 2006, dude. So you know,
Yeah.
yeah,
But when comedy was huge in those early 2000s.
yeah.
Um, you got your young buck, fucking cocky ass racing
The rookie,
dick who gets knocked down a few notches.
yeah,
Uh, you got Paul Newman, of course,
Paul Newman, yeah,
who we
Doc Hudson,
love and have seen him in so many movies. Is such a classic voice too. Um, you know what's funny is right before we come up here and started, my dad had on Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid, which
oh
also
damn,
has young Paul Newman in it.
yeah,
Um, is it my favoriteest movie? No, not really, but I like it. It's good. I could sit down and watch it again.
hmm
Um, yeah, that's all I got to
cool,
say
man,
about it. Cars.
hell yeah. Radiator Springs, man, Piston Cup. I like how Mater's like, you did what in your cup? There's like stupid jokes like that that fucking I don't know, they crack me up in that movie. But cool, yeah, that's your number 13. That's awesome, man. All right. My number 13, since Josh is done, we're gonna be
Mhm.
moving to the year 2012, and my number 13 is Brave with Merida and the King Fergus. But yeah, my number 13 is Brave. I like Brave a lot. Well, I like it, but I don't know about a lot. Which is probably why I put it here in the middle. Yeah, let me not lie. I
I
put it
actually
here in the
didn't watch this movie to this year, by the way.
I like it, but it's not as much as others, you know. I still think it's pretty cool though. You got your red haired Scottish lady with the bow and arrow. It's kind of like a mom and like daughter story type thing, you know.
Hmm.
Which I think is cool, you know. Um, came out in the year 2012. I'm trying to remember if I saw this year, if I saw this movie the year it came out, or if I watched it until after. Josh just said he didn't watch it until this year, so
Hmm.
there's your answer for that for him. But for me, I I don't remember, dude. I don't remember if I saw this movie the year it came out in, or if it was after. I want to say after, but I don't know. I really don't remember when I saw this. It might have been after it came out. But yeah, I don't know. I do like the movie. I think it's a good movie. But I just again, this is just another one of those things where like I just like other movies more than this one, you know? Like I don't think this one's bad. I just have more nostalgia, and I think there are other movies that are just better than this one personally. That's just how I feel about it. Which again is not to say that I think this one's bad or anything. I just, there's just other ones that I like that I like more. That's all.
Hmm. Yeah.
But yeah, it's cool with the little bears and everything. Yeah, it's yeah. So um, this movie I think had two directors, Brenda Chapman and Andrew. Rewind. Brenda Chapman and Mark Andrews. Again, the year it came out in was 2012. So it's an 8-year-old movie. But yeah, to me, it's a fine movie, which is why I have it here in the middle somewhere. Um, so yeah, it's that's all I got to say pretty much about Brave. Good movie, but there are just others that I like more.
Gotcha.
User
All right, we're on 12 now, right?
number 12, yeah.
My number 12 is Toy Story 4.
Aha.
Um, I like Toy Story 4. I
hmm
just don't think I needed Toy Story 4.
That's fair.
Um,
That's
uh,
fair.
I feel like Toy Story 3 was a good ending, but I also think
Mhm.
that Toy Story 4 maybe it wasn't for me. Like it wasn't made for me, right? I kind of
Yeah.
got my movies with Toy Stories 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah, I
And
mean
Toy
this
Story 4 is more for the next go around. It's still
yeah,
high on my list because I like it. Yeah.
exactly. I mean, like, here's the thing, dude. Like, fucking Toy Story 4 came out last year. Like, this
Hmm.
movie came out last year. Toy Story the original came out in '95. So we had '95 for the first one, '99 for the second one, 2010 years ago for the third one, and then last year for the fourth one. Like, they've you know they've spaced them out like pretty far, you know. So we've had some time to, like, grow from these movies, you know.
Yeah.
But okay, so number 12 was Toy Story 4, huh? Okay. Okay, okay,
Yes,
okay.
sir. And
All
that
right.
isn't to say I don't like it. I do like it. I think it's got a good story and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just uh, and just because it's on number 12 doesn't mean it's bad at all. Like I
Sure.
got
We're
everywhere it's got a place it's got to go. So
yeah, exactly. You just gotta slot movies in where they gotta go because each there has to be a movie in each slot. We're almost in the top 10. Uh, but yeah, my number 12. It's kind of tricky for me because I could have also put. I feel like I could have also put Toy Story 4 in here, but it's not. I have Toy Story 4 for right now. I have Toy Story 4 at a number 11 for me, but I feel like it could have
gotcha.
been in here. I have Onward for number 12 for me.
Really?
Uh, yeah. Yeah. I
All
like
right.
Onward. I like it quite a bit actually, but I
I
think the
know.
reason why I have it in here though is because it's such a new movie that I was kind of trying to, like, find a spot for it, you know what I mean? Like, I was trying to figure out, like, where I could put it cuz I'm just like I don't like I like it quite a bit, you know. I think it's pretty cool. Like, I enjoy it. There's a lot of, like, D&D in here. The voice cast is good. Julia Louis-Dreyfus, Octavia Spencer, uh, Ali Wong, Grey Delisle, and obviously you have the two headliners, Chris Pratt and Tom Holland as the brothers. Um, I think this movie is pretty damn good. I saw it earlier this year, and if you want to know how we feel about it, we did an episode on this movie
Hmm.
here on the Clockwork Cantina. I believe it was episode. I want to say it was episode like 30 something, maybe.
Lord, I don't remember. I don't have it handy.
I think I'll get the number here. It was episode 34. 34.
Daniel and I watched this movie together, by the way.
We did. And we didn't talk about it until we watched it at the same time, but we didn't talk about it until the podcast.
Yeah, yeah. Whenever we
Um,
do things like this, we don't communicate about what we're
Yeah,
going to talk
yeah.
about usually.
I it's like it's very deliberate on, like,
Uh-huh.
we're not gonna talk about anything until the podcast, which
Yeah.
is cool because then we find, we see how we feel about it, like, on the show. You get to see
Yeah.
us, like, react to each other about how we feel about something, which I think is pretty neat,
Yeah.
and now we have it archived forever, so I think it's pretty cool. But yeah, I really like this movie a lot. But again, the reason why I have it on here is because it's such a new movie and I've only seen it once. Like, I probably need to watch it. Like, a lot of these other movies on this list, I've seen a bunch of times, and I know, like, all right, I like, definitely this movie goes here. Like, Monsters University, I have it at number 17 because I've seen that a couple times. I know how I feel about that one. Onward, I really like it, but I've only seen it once. So I feel like I need to watch it a couple more times to, like, determine if I should bump it up or, like, keep it here or whatever, you know what I mean? Which,
Hmm.
again, I could have swapped this one or number 11, which was for me number 11, Toy Story 4. And I'll just get into my number 4 right now, or number 11 anyway, since Josh already talked about Toy Story
Yeah, go
4.
ahead.
I kind of feel that way about so Toy Story 4, I kind of feel the same way about Josh about it. It was kind of unnecessary. I remember when they like announced this movie, I was like, do we really need a 4? 3 ended great. And then I watched 4 earlier this year, and I actually really enjoyed it. I thought it was, like,
Mhm.
a movie that I didn't need, but I ended up really liking it. You know, there's something about like the whole Bo Peep and Woody storyline that like really I don't know. I kind of I like I dug it. I liked it. And while it's not like I also have it as like the well actually I think Josh Lee's favorite was number two. Um, I have this one that probably at the end just because I don't know. Like Josh said, it's kind of like an extension of the other three. Like I feel like the other three are like a complete like trilogy, you know.
Hmm.
And this one is kind of feels more of like I don't want to say a spin-off, but it's kind of more like it's kind of like a side story, you know, compared to like the rest of the thing. Because I mean, obviously Andy's not the main human kid in this movie anymore. You got Bonnie or whatever. Uh, and yeah, I don't know. I did like the movie though. I did enjoy the movie. Like more like a lot more than I thought I was going to. So I'll say that about Toy Story 4 is that I first I didn't think it was a movie that was necessary, but I ended up enjoying it quite a bit. So um yeah, I I do like this one for sure. So but yeah, I feel like I could have swapped Toy Story 4 and onward probably, and it would have been the same. But I don't know. I just again, I'll probably feel a little bit differently about these as I watch them again. But yeah. So anyway, what's your number 11?
My number 11 is the cutest robot ever made, Wally. Uh,
Wally. Oh,
uh, it's been a while since I watched Wally. I remember when the very first trailer came out and was like, it was a very early tease. I want to say, like, they didn't even really show much.
I remember when this movie came out very, very, very specifically because it was the year of 2008, and
Mhm.
that was a good year for me. So, um,
Yeah.
it was like it was like a very specific time in my life that I remember this. So I remember like yeah, I remember seeing stuff about this movie, and yeah. So anyway, go ahead. You're the one that's talking.
Um. Yeah. I haven't seen it in a while, but I really love like our cute little robot. There's something about this movie makes me think of the Brave Little Toaster. Um. For some reason, I always think of that movie when I see this movie. Um. And I don't know. When I originally watched it, I thought, "Oh, this is a tale about just two little robot people that meet on this planet." And it's a
Mhm.
lot more than that because we get to see the little fat people in the chairs that float around
Yeah,
and stuff.
that's gonna be
uh,
our future in like however many
oh
years, right?
yeah, yeah, yeah. Look at our boy Wally. Then he's in love with
Wally and Eve, yeah,
yeah Eve. That's her fucking name. I couldn't think of her name. Um,
yeah. He's
and
like Eve.
Wally goes on the run to save her. Man, he's a
Yeah,
he's
man.
he's good. He's a good little robot. He's a cute little robot. He also makes
He's
me think of Johnny Five a little bit. uh, but yeah, I like Wally. Um, well, the reason it's probably this low on the list is just because I haven't seen it in a long time. It's
gotcha.
probably been a few years, but
That's
yeah, I,
fair.
I like it. Like I don't have anything bad to say about it at all. Really, yeah, I might go watch it after we're done, just for the hell of it.
Hell yeah, dude. Yeah, man. I don't want to spoil where I have this on my list because I definitely have it higher, but yeah,
Hmm.
I yeah. I mean, I'll talk about it when I get to it. But yeah, well,
I
I
got
like
you.
Wally.
All right,
That's cool. Man. That's cool.
what you got next, buddy?
I think you should go ahead and say your number 10 again because I kind of went 12 to 11. So
Oh,
we'll do
okay.
your 10. We'll do your 10 and then I'll do my 10. We'll do it like
My
that.
10 is up.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
Up is my number 10, and I didn't see this movie because I wanted to see this movie. I saw this movie because my dad wanted to see this movie.
Oh,
You know,
really?
you, you know how my dad was like,
Huh.
well, we didn't go see it in theaters, but the moment it came out, my dad was like, let's go buy this movie. I want to see it. Which is
Yeah,
weird for my dad in an animated movie. My dad never does shit
huh.
like that for animated movies. My
Interesting.
dad has the Blu ray of this, by the
Damn.
way. I don't even have the Blu ray of it. Um,
So Josh's
uh,
dad really likes this movie.
he does. We watched it, and boy, is them opening 10 minutes an emotional gut punch, like
Dude,
Daniel
yeah,
said.
that again, yeah, those opening 10 minutes are yeah, man, it's emotionally wrecking, Yeah, for sure.
Um, I don't know
Absolutely.
what got Dad onto it, but I really liked it. I liked the voice cast. I thought it was funny. Um, I think it's just a fun movie about going on one last adventure as you get older, and I think that might be why Dad liked it so much.
Huh.
Um,
That makes sense. Yeah, that's
um,
actually a good yeah, I could see that. Okay. Cool.
I don't really have a lot to add. Daniel covered a lot of what I thought about it earlier. It's just higher on my list because I really enjoy it.
Okay.
What do you got at your number 9 or number 10?
My
Sorry.
number 10, yeah, my number 10 is Cars, the original one.
There you go.
I like this one a lot more than the other two. I have a little bit of nostalgia on this one because I remember watching it like quite a bit when it first came out.
Mhm.
Um, I don't know. There's something about this movie that I really enjoyed back in the day. It's funny to refer to 2006 as back in the day, but I mean,
I
damn,
know.
that was 14 years ago at this point. Um, yeah, I really like the original Cars, man. I don't know. I don't really know what it is. I just like I remember watching it like quite a bit because I really enjoyed it. It was just the it's funny to refer to Cars as characters, but the characters were pretty good, man. Like I like the young up and coming Lightning McQueen trying to be, trying to learn from the best, with like as we mentioned earlier, Paul Newman, from Doc Hudson, and you got the Sally and Lightning McQueen thing, and you got the best friend with Larry, Mater, Larry the Cable Guy, and there's just like all these like different like elements I think to this movie that like fit into the one movie that like I don't know, I like it. It's good. It's one of my like one of the ones that I have a lot of I remember watching like a lot. So I think for like nostalgia purposes, it's definitely up there for sure in my
Mhm.
top 10. Um, but yeah, I the first Cars movie is like up and away so much better in my opinion than the other two. Yeah, 2006. Yeah, I remember watching this movie a lot. Um, but yeah, that's probably the primary reasons why I have it here. I don't not sure what else to add other than yeah, I like the first one so much more. It's up miles and it's light years better than the other two. The humor in it, I guess, yeah, I forgot, I almost forgot about that. The humor is pretty funny in this movie, dude. Like, again, I talked about it earlier, but like the piston cup one with you did what in your cup, that like it's just like stupid little jokes like that I don't know, I just I the I like the humor in this movie and the characters, and I think the story is pretty solid. So I like the movie. So that's my number 10.
Gotcha.
All right. We're in the top 10 now, everybody. Josh is gonna talk
Mhm.
about his number 9 right
We
now.
are. My number 9 is Finding Nemo.
Oh man, Finding Nemo.
Uh, Sorry, I'm trying to find a trailer for you real quick. That's not a trailer. That's the entire movie. Where's the fucking trailer at? Uh, Here we
Mhm.
go. I remember when this movie came out. It was the year of 2003. Holy shit, that was forever
Finding
ago.
Nemo? Yeah, dude. Yeah.
I remember when it came out. I did not see this in theater. I didn't see a lot of movies in the theaters in them early days. Again, it opened pretty brutally. Um,
Mhm.
with it actually opens super dark, don't it? Now that I'm sitting
It
here
does.
thinking about it.
It really does. Yeah, it does.
Um, uh,
It really, really does, man.
um.
Absolutely.
Hang on one second, guys. Sorry.
Nemo's mom gets taken out at the beginning of the movie.
Yeah,
For those who
yeah.
are wondering what we're talking about.
And like a bunch of eggs get destroyed too.
Yeah. It's
Um,
pretty savage shit. Yeah.
um, we have Dory and oh my god, what's the fucking dad's name? Why am I blanking on it?
Marlon.
Fucking Marlin. That's it. Fucking
Marlon.
Marlin.
Yeah.
Um, and it's just a good. We're on a journey to reunite and find my son who's gotten lost out in the great vast ocean somewheres.
Mhm.
Um, um, it's a somewhat of an emotional movie. Um,
Yeah.
at times, funny. Has some great characters. Hello, fucking sharks.
Hello.
Um,
Your boy Bruce, man. Yeah.
hey, boy, Bruce. You almost get a little bit of a heist movie or an escape film too
Yeah.
in the fucking dentist office.
Hmm.
Um,
Absolutely.
uh, I love Finding Nemo. I got nothing bad to say about it.
It's a good movie. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's a
uh,
good movie.
yeah, I enjoy it. I haven't seen it in a while, but I like it.
Yeah. Hell yeah, dude.
Well, what do you
Yeah.
got next, friend?
My number nine is the original Incredibles.
Ooh.
Now I have so this might be low to some people, but here's my reasoning on this. I really like the first Incredibles movie. But we're starting to get into territory where like nostalgia is gonna reign supreme, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And I did not watch the original Incredibles when it first came out. I was late to the game on this movie. I don't know why it took me so long to watch this one, but I don't think I watched this one until I want to say a few years ago. Like not a few years ago. It probably was longer than that, but like I didn't watch this movie right when it came out, so I was late to the game on it. So I don't have that like nostalgia factor to it, like some other people probably do. But I still really like it a lot. Like I think this is a really good movie. I say this to people all the time, but um, I lovingly refer to this movie as the best Fantastic Four movie, um,
Mm-hmm.
because it really is. We haven't had a good actual Fantastic Four movie, so I'm like, yo, The Incredibles is where it's at. You know what I mean? But yeah, it's cool, man. You got this family of like superheroes, and this Mr. Incredible was like this washed up dude who used to be great back in the day. Now he can't even put on his belt. And then his wife, same thing. Like she's a mom now, and like they got kids and shit, and it's been a while since they were superheroes, but they're coming back into the game, and they're they're getting ready to get back into it, but with the whole family now, because even the baby's got powers and shit. Fucking Jack, and or actually, I don't think that they know Jack has powers in this movie, right? I think it's in the second one. But either way,
They find out toward the end of this one, I think.
yeah. Okay, but either way, like the Violet and Dash have powers, um, and they all go out there as a family to to do what they got to do, and I think it's a good movie. The score is great by Michael Giacchino. 2004. Yeah, this movie. Yeah, I just missed this movie when it first came out, so I really like it, but it took me a while to watch it. Brad Bird did a great job on this one. Um, but yeah, I mean that's really all I have. Like that's really like why it's lower for me probably than for other people. I was just late to the game on this one, but I really do like it a lot. So that that's why I'm trying to think of what movies came out in '04 that I just missed this one. Like I
I don't
don't.
know. I don't think I saw it till a little bit after it came out. Not super
Oh,
long, but
I was too busy watching Spider-Man 2 probably to watch
yeah.
this one.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, yeah, I really like this movie, but I was just late to the game. So that's the only reason why I have it a little lower probably than other people. What is your number 8, my friend?
My number 8 is a movie that taught us all that it was okay to say goodbye to your toys.
Mm,
Because it's Toy Story 3. Um, I love Toy Story 3. It's one of my favorite movies. Um, for some of you might think this is a little low. It's not. It's just that there's so many other things I got to put in here. Um, yeah, everything from pretty much fairly early on to now is like I still love these movies. Um, from the original Toy Story to Toy Story 3, we grew up with them, and this was the one that was like, hey, it's okay to say goodbye sometimes because you're growing up.
mhm,
It's an emotional ending. Um, And we get to see what's happened to our friends as time's gone on, and Andy's gotten older, and is now going off to college because he's grown up and he doesn't play with the toys anymore because you don't really when you grow up.
Uh huh.
And it's okay to say goodbye sometimes.
Yep.
Uh, it
Sure
made
is, man.
I'm sure it made a lot of grown men and women cry.
Mm-hmm.
Get a good tear, get a little
It
misty
did.
eyed watching this movie, man.
Dude, I that shit almost got me at one point, dude. Like, for those of you who know me, or even if you don't know me, I'm not much of a crier for like movies and stuff like that. But there are certain movies that get close, and this was one of them, dude. Like, I almost like started like shit. I almost you know had some salty discharge come out of my eyes, if you know what I mean. Uh, yeah, it was yeah, man. It was close. It was close to getting me, but yeah, Toy Story 3 is good stuff.
Yeah, it is. Um, and because of the ending of three is when I didn't need a four, but also four didn't feel like it needed me either. I don't know if it was for me. Um, but yeah, I love the Toy Story series. So and three was the ending that I that's just the one I needed. Oh yeah, also we get Spanish Buzz Lightyear dancing around.
Oh yeah, with Jesse, yeah. He even
uh,
talks in Spanish too at one point
uh,
during that same thing, I believe.
okay.
Yeah.
What do you have, my friend?
At number 8, is that where we're on?
Number 8, yes.
Okay, I have Finding Nemo here.
Finding Nemo for you at number 8. Gotcha.
Finding Nemo at number 8. I can pretty much relay what Josh said. It's a really fun, enjoyable movie. I like Marlin and Nemo and Bruce and and Crush. Crush the turtle
Excuse me,
was
sir. Do you
was
have a
was was
menu?
pretty great. Um, Even Dory was pretty good in this. I think everybody was pretty good for the roles that 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 they that they
Played.
played. Um, and yeah, I mean the voice cast is pretty dope. We mentioned this about every movie. I keep saying this, but yeah, you got like Eric Bana in here. You got uh Willem Dafoe as Gil. Brad Garrett also in this one. Like there's even Jeffrey Rush is in this movie as fucking Nigel. Uh, but yeah, Finding Nemo is this is one of those movies. I have a my youngest sister who was born in 2002. Used to watch this movie all the damn time. So for a while, you know how some people are like, "Oh, I got annoyed of watching Frozen so much because the fucking kids would watch it all the time." Or like I was talking to Bigfoot last night. He's like, "It's my sister." He said that his sisters used to watch Princess and the Frog all the time. So he's like, "I'm fucking sick of this movie." For a while, that was me with Finding Nemo because my youngest sister used to watch this shit all the damn time. But that being said, this is a good movie. I enjoy it. It's been a hot minute since I've seen it through its entirety. But again, that's because like for a while I was just sick of like watching it over and over and over again because of my youngest sister. But but yeah, I mean, again, I could just I just relay what and agree with what you were saying earlier about this movie because it's pretty damn good.
Hmm.
All right, number 7 for you.
Number 7, I have Monsters Inc.
Okay.
Um, love Monsters Inc. I haven't seen it in a while, but I love the world of the monsters, and it has the cutest little baby in it. And I don't know, I enjoyed it. God, when did Monsters Inc. come out? 2001? Really? Has it been that long?
Yeah.
Wow. Make me feel old. Uh, I just love this movie. The voice cast is great. Um, as we meet Sully and them for the first time. and Mike Wazowski. Um, and what is it, 2319 and all that shit.
Oh,
I
23, 2319. Yeah.
2319. Um,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
the old lady behind the desk. Oh, I can't remember what her character name is to start with.
Oh, her name is
Oh
oh
goodness.
shit. I don't know, but she talks like this.
Yeah. Uh,
Mike Wazowski. Yeah.
Mike Wazowski.
I forget what her name is too. I'm trying to remember what the hell it was. I can't off the top of my head though.
Um, I really like the idea behind this movie. You know how as we're kids we all grow up being afraid of monsters under the bed, monsters in the closet,
Uh-huh.
and we get a peek into the world, and it turns out they're terrified of us as much as we're terrified of them.
Yeah.
Because the power of Scream is very strong.
R-
Um,
I remember her name, Roz.
Roz. Uh,
Yeah.
I just love it. I got a lot of nostalgia for it. Um, yeah.
Cool.
And they set us up for. They go out on one of the worst cliffhangers that hasn't ever been
That
capitalized on to this day.
has yet to be resolved, right?
Yeah.
Because instead of getting a sequel, we got a fucking prequel about like Josh just explained Monsters University the best way. Fucking, would you call it? Fucking or Animal House.
Yeah.
Fucking Monsters University. God, that's funny, dude. Yeah, I can't believe it, man. Instead of getting a sequel, we got a damn prequel. Anyway, so Monsters Inc. was your number 7, right?
Yeah.
Okay. My number 7 is Toy Story. Bum, ba-da-dum, bum, 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 bow. Original Toy Story, number 7. So I got this one here because let me tell you, I feel that I remember liking this movie a lot as a kid, but it's been too long since I've seen the original one. And kind of similar to Bug's Life, I just I can't really speak on it a whole lot story wise or anything because I just don't. It's just been too long. But what I will say about this movie is this was the beginning of it all. This was the very first Pixar movie, if I'm not mistaken. Like even before they were with Disney or whatever, right? So 1995, Toy Story was the OG, directed by John Lasseter. Um, this is what started it all. This is the first
Mm-hmm.
one. So we have this movie to thank for a lot of things. I remember also as a kid going to Burger King and was it McDonald's or Burger King or something, buying the Happy Meals or whatever, and getting the Toy Story toys. I was like, hell yeah! Got my Buzz Lightyear right here. Got my Woody. Uh, but yeah, dude, I don't. It's a little outdated, like look like visually compared to some of the newer movies, but I mean, come on, 1995 at the time, this movie was fucking like groundbreaking. You know what I mean? Like it was incredible at the time. So yeah, this movie introduced all these amazing characters that we all love nowadays. You know, like Woody, Buzz, Rex, Slinky, Mr. Potato Head, fucking Bo Peep, everybody, man. Like fucking again, who would have thought that like from 95 to like 2019 there'd be 4 fucking Toy Story movies, dude? Like what the hell? Like that's nuts, man. So yeah, I this is the first one. This is the OG. This is the one that started it all. So I gotta pay the dues to this one because it's
Mm-hmm.
again, it's the one that started it all. It's the very first one. So I gotta press F to pay respects to this one. So shout out to OG Toy Story. But yeah, but basically I have it here because I just haven't seen it in so long. So
I got you.
boom, Toy Story.
So we're on number 6 now, correct?
Yep.
My number 6 is Brave. It's quite possible this is higher on the list because I saw it for the first time just a little while ago, not that long ago.
Hmm.
Um, but I love the story. I knew almost nothing when I went in to go see this movie. I loved that it was a mother daughter film. Um, which there aren't a whole lot of in the animated world, I think,
Hmm.
that I
Yeah.
can think of.
Yeah.
At least off the top of my head.
Hmm.
Um, I love all the characters. I love redheads. Um, the hair in this movie is fucking nuts too. Um,
Yeah. Yeah. It really is.
um, I enjoyed the story. I enjoyed the ending. I enjoyed everything about Brave, and that's why it's at number 6 at the moment. You know, yeah, I really like it. I don't have a whole lot to add on to that. Just a big fan.
Cool.
Um, I didn't even know what the villains were in this movie. I didn't expect the twist that is this movie to be in this movie, and was like, because I didn't know shit about Brave somehow.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Again,
it,
it's one of those Pixar movies for me that like I think I missed at the time. Like it was 2012, you know. So I don't. I probably watched like not too much after it came out, but like I just didn't. I don't think I caught it like right away, you know.
yeah.
Yeah.
What do you have, my friend?
Cool. So now we have what is it? Number 6. I have Toy Story 2.
Toy Story
Ag-
2.
Again, this is just another one of those that like it's been a while since I've seen it. Um but I feel like it expands on the story of Toy Story 1. They introduce new characters. We kind of have some things established already so we can move forward with everything. Um but yeah, it's been a while since I've seen this. So I actually I have it here for like I don't know, just because I remember liking it, but I if I were to rewatch it now, I don't know if I'd like it as much. I'm to be honest, I could see myself putting this lower. Um, but yeah, I don't know. I just I remember liking it. I remember liking most of the uh I like all the Toy Story movies. I just always it to be honest, to be completely honest, the hardest part for me in ranking this was trying to figure out the order of where I placed the Toy Story movies. Because there's
Mhm.
four of them. And the most recent one that I've seen is Toy Story 4, but I've only seen that once. So it's like, well, I feel like I have to put that one like last because also like I mentioned it earlier, but like it doesn't really like I feel like 1 to 3 is more of a trilogy and more of kind of more of that story, whereas 4 is kind of like a side story to that stuff, you know. But yeah, I don't know. It was really hard to try to like determine the order of this. I knew which one was like I knew which one was my favorite Toy Story, but I didn't know like the other like figuring out the order of 1 and 2 was kind of like probably the hardest part. I was like, do I like one more or do I like two more? I don't know because I haven't seen them both in a long time. So for now, again, this list and this order could change eventually if I rewatch them. But for now, I have Toy Story 2 at number 6. Um, yeah, Slinky Pete and Jesse and all the homies are here at the number 6 slot. So yeah, that's what I got. Now we're entering the top 5, man. Here we go, dude. Top 5 Pixar's. So
Top 5.
what's your number 5, man?
Number 5, I have Inside Out. I know this
Okay.
was a little bit lower on your list.
Yeah, it was
I
it was way lower on mine. Yeah.
yeah, I actually really like this movie. Why do I like it so much? How to explain this? I don't know. It's a movie that shows you it's okay to express emotions and that it's okay to sometimes feel sad and all the other emotions that there are here. Explained in a way no, that even a child can understand it. That sometimes you have to feel those ways and that it's okay. I'm somebody that when I was younger wouldn't show a lot of emotion. Now as I've gotten older, I'm like, it's okay to show emotion. Sometimes you need to. It's not a good idea to bottle it up all the time. So I guess this movie kind of hit me in a way I was feeling at the time
Mhm.
when it was out. Um, I think it's a good emotional movie that everybody should probably see. I get that it's not for everybody, but I actually really like it a lot. So that's why it's at my at
That's
my number 5.
that's some great reasoning, man. That's why it's in your top 5, man. Hell yeah.
And for the same reasons Daniel stated earlier about the how we have the Bing Bong stuff in here that's also like
Dude,
heartbreaking.
yeah, the Bing Bong stuff, man. Oh man, that's the stuff in that movie that really gets to me, man. Like again,
Hmm.
it's hard to make me cry, but that stuff gets close, man. I'm like, ugh. In my cold dead black heart, I'm like, ugh.
Yeah. What's your number 5?
My number 5 is Toy Story 3. This
Oh
one
boy.
again, this one's my favorite of the Toy Story movies. I think it's a lot of what you were saying earlier. Like it's okay to like let things go and like it was just I think to me it was like the most emotional one out of all the Toy Story movies too. Like
Oh
there's
yeah.
like a moment with all the toys are like holding hands, they're about to fall into the lava pit or whatever the fuck, and you're
Fuck,
like,
it gets
what the
dark.
yeah, like what the fuck? It's like oh my god, yeah. I just yeah, I don't know. This movie to me is really good. It's the best one of the Toy Story movies in my opinion. It's yeah, the most emotional one. It's the last one we get with Andy. Um, and yeah, I mean it came out in 2010, 10 years ago, which is crazy to say that this movie has already been out for 10 years. Um, I I like the or I thought that the bear villain, what was his name? Fucking
Lotso.
Lotso the bear was an
Lotso
interesting
hugging bear.
Lotso the bear was an interesting villain choice. Um
Fucking like a gangster almost. Like
yeah, like
Jesus.
he even has like a cane and shit.
Like I'll whoop
But
your ass, Miss Kane.
yeah, I just you know, I don't know. I just it's one of those movies that like hits you with the feels quite a bit. So yeah, I think that's for that reason I just it's very I don't know. It's just yeah, if it gives you the feels, man. So I put it up there and at my number 5. Toy Story 3, number 5.
Gotcha.
Wh- So we're moving into number 4. What's your number 4?
My number 4 is The Incredibles, the original.
Bum, bum,
Um,
ba-da-da-da.
yeah, the soundtrack feeds into it. The characters are all great. The best Fantastic Four movie. Goddamn, couldn't talk today.
Hell yeah,
Tell
dude.
you
Hell
guys.
yeah, man.
Um,
Again, I say that
uh,
every time, dude. It's the best Fantastic Four movie. Absolutely.
plus, I think when this came out, there weren't a whole lot of superhero movies out there. We had Spider Man and
It
stuff
was
like
it was in
that.
the early days. We had like a couple of the X-Men's out. We had Spider-Man,
Hmm.
Spider-Man 2. But yeah, it was in the like really early days. Yeah, for sure.
So I do have a lot of nostalgia for The Incredibles.
Mhm.
I love all the characters. They're fun. They're great. There's some emotional moments in here. There's some dark moments in here. You get a little bit of everything in this movie.
Yeah.
Um, I like the villain's motivation. Uh,
Yeah. Fucking Syndrome.
Syndrome. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh, and I also like that he's able to get the better of him a few times, even though he's not like a super. So
Mhm.
that's what I got at my number 4. What do you got as
Yeah.
your number 4?
My number 4 is Monsters Inc.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I really like Monsters Inc. Um, it was cool. Yeah, dude. Like we said earlier, 2001, dude. God damn, 2001 was actually a pretty good year for movies, man. We had Lord of the
Hmm.
Rings, we had Spirited Away, fucking Monsters Inc. God damn, fucking Atlantis, dude. So much good stuff happened in 2001. But anyway, that's a whole nother podcast. Uh, yeah, Monsters Inc., dude. You know, you got Sully and Mike. You know, James Sullivan, Mike Wazowski, who are homies. You know, that are like roommates type deal. I think, right? Um, and they earn their living, you know, scaring children and whatnot. They're like the best of the best, you know. And they have kind of like a rival, you know, your boy Randy or Randall. uh, and yeah, I don't know. I really liked it. I enjoy this one, man. This one is definitely up there for me. It's been a little bit since I've seen it as well, but I do like, again, the whole concept, like Josh was saying, about the monsters scaring the kids, but the monsters are scared of the kids themselves also at the same time. You know, with the I don't know. It's a very interesting idea to base a movie off of, and I like that there's all these different types of monsters and stuff too. And fucking Boo is an adorable little child.
Hmm.
They have for you know, the human character. Um and yeah, I mean, I just there's a lot of there's definitely, I was mentioning it earlier. This one definitely has a lot of nostalgia for me because this is one of the ones that I used to watch all the time too back in the day. So yeah, I mean, I really like Monsters Inc. and it's up there for me.
Hell yeah.
So that's why, you know, I got it. Josh mentioned a lot of other stuff that I agree with as well earlier when he was talking about it. So that's my number four. And guess what that means, dude? We're in the top three now, man. We're almost
Top
there.
three.
I can see
Um,
the end zone from here, man.
yeah, my top three are all easily any of these could be number one, really.
Oh
Um,
damn. Okay.
for me,
Hmm.
because I love all three of them so much. But my third one,
Yeah.
um, is a newer movie. It's Coco. Um, I do
Oh yeah.
love Coco an awful lot. Um,
Yeah.
which is funny because I went in thinking I don't know if I'm gonna like this. I went in and I absolutely love Coco. It shows me a world that I'm not part of as a fucking white redneck in the South, right? Uh, but I
That's my
absolutely love Coco.
Coco,
Yeah,
man.
go ahead.
The movie of my people. But I'll get to that
Yes,
when I get to that. Josh, it's Josh's
yeah.
turn. Josh's turn to talk.
But I love it so much, and it's sad at the same time. It's great. Oh, I just oh god, I, I I can't express enough love for Coco. When I saw it, I was trying to get people to see it because there were people that hadn't seen Coco, and I just God, I can't explain to you how much I love this movie. I don't even know if I can explain why I love this movie so much, but I absolutely do. I think it's one of the best ones out there. Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, yeah. Uh, yeah, you go ahead, buddy.
All right.
What's your number three?
I will. My number three. My number three is Ratatouille. I
Ratatouille.
really like Ratatouille, man. Yeah, it came out in 2007. It's about a well, I don't want to get into too much detail because Josh hasn't seen it, but
No,
it's a
I want you to
cooking
know I'm sad it's so high on your list and I haven't seen it.
dude. Yeah, you gotta watch it, man. It's pretty good. It's on Disney Plus. You know, just after you watch Wally, watch Ratatouille. You know,
Yeah.
yeah, it's a cooking. It's about a rat named Remy. Uh, and you know he be cooking. I don't. Yeah, I don't want to get into too much detail because Josh hasn't seen it, but I like this movie quite a bit, man. It's you know, as we're looking at the trailer here, it's, you know, Remy the rat, who's voiced by Patton Oswalt, and then you got your boy Linguini, who's the guy, the main character, the dude that you see there. They become friends, and you know they this movie is set in France, and I believe it's Paris, in Paris, France, and yeah, I mean, I don't. I don't know how to. I'm trying to figure out like how to explain more about this without like spoiling Josh because again he hasn't seen it and I don't want to. I want him to experience the movie for himself because I really like it. But yeah, I don't know. It's just one of those movies, dude. That I think it's I think it's really good. There's like a character in it as well that like they help like what's the word I'm looking for? You've seen the meme right of like this older dude sitting at a table and then there's like a younger version of him above it, and it's like, oh,
Hmm.
fucking. Let me see if I can find the meme for you, man, because it is pretty. It's pretty great. Like, what the hell is this? What is that shit called? I'm trying to find that meme, but yeah, I really like Ratatouille. It's it's up there for me, man. It's up there for me. I really enjoy Ratatouille. Um, I need you to watch it so we can talk about it, man, because
Yeah.
it's
Well,
it's
I'll try to do
pretty
that.
it's pretty cool. But anyway, here's the meme format that I was talking about here. Like, let me see. Here we go. Ready? I'm gonna this is what I'm talking about right here. Boom. Here's an example of the meme, right? So
Yeah,
like
I've seen
put it up.
this.
So yeah, so that guy in the movie, like there's something in the movie that happens that reminds him of when he was young. And like there's been countless memes of like, yeah, here's the new version of this thing. And oh shit, it reminds me of the old versions of the stuff that I used to love, right? So
Mhm.
this movie has spawned memes like that, those types of memes. But I mean, yeah, yeah, man, you just gotta watch it, dude, because I really I enjoy it a lot. I really like Ratatouille. I
Fuck
would
yeah.
have I would have wanted to get more into it, but I don't want to spoil Josh.
It's cool. I'll see it soon, and we can revisit it and talk
Yeah,
about it some more.
yeah. So yeah, so that's number three, top three is Ratatouille.
Hell yeah.
What's your number two?
My number two was straight up bias. I'll just admit it. Onward
Okay.
spoke to everything about being a D&D nerd to me,
Oh
and
hell
that's why
yeah,
it's my number two.
number two. Yeah,
Um,
okay, that makes sense.
I-
Why you were like, what? It's your number 12 for me, right? Well, you're like, how's it so low? That's
well,
fair. No,
no, no, no. Like
no,
I
no,
would
no.
never judge you like that.
No, 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 no. It's fair though. I just again the only reason why I put it up down there just because I'm like, I just I don't know. To be honest, if I were to rewatch it, I'd probably have it a little higher than some of these other ones. But
Yeah. No,
I don't know. I'd only seen it once. It came out this year. I have a little bit more nostalgia with some of these other ones. That's why.
I just Onward hits me not in just this has so much D&D and fantasy and awesome related stuff to it,
Hmm.
but also a tale about two brothers that want to see their dad one last time.
Yeah.
Um, and there's so much growth and so much. There's such good characters. And Onward's my number two. I don't have a lot to say on it other than it's purely biased. Is why it's
It's
number
it's
two.
it spoke to Josh, and
I
he had to put it up there.
absolutely had to. What's
Yeah.
your number two?
So my number two was actually my number one for a very long time. But then my number one movie beat it out when that came out and I saw it. I actually debated for a while, like, is my number two like for now, like I've known for a while now that my number one is my number one.
Hmm.
But like when I first saw my number one, I was like, because my number two is Wally. No, I'll just say that. My
Yeah.
number two is
Okay.
Wally, and Wally for years was my number one Pixar movie. I love Wally. It's amazing for like everything that Josh said. I love the just like futuristic like I mean, shit. Here's Wally and his best girl Eve. You know what I mean? Like they're just trying to live, their best space life together, and fucking here's all these fat fucks on their levitating chairs, and like I don't know. There's just I like I like the I like everything about this movie, man. I really 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 love Wally, and it's it's it was my number one for the longest time until my number one beat it out and put this one at number two. But yeah, and then this movie came out in 2008. Like I said earlier, 2008 is a very nostalgic year for me. There's a lot of stuff that happened that year that was pretty good for me personally, and I don't know. This movie came out at like that time at like a perfect time for me, I guess. And I don't know. And regardless of that, I still would have thought it was a great movie because it is. Did you know, like for those who don't know, fucking Wally is voiced by Ben Burt, the legendary Ben Burt, which is pretty fucking cool. Then you got, of course, Eve, and then you got a bunch of other fucking Sigourney Weaver's in this movie as a computer voice. You know what I mean? Like that's so cool.
Mhm.
Um, but yeah, I mean, I just I really love Wally. And yeah, I mean, it's my number two. I just I really this is when I talk about like some of my favorite Disney movies in general. Like this is up there. Probably honestly probably some of my favorite movies just in general. Like I just really like regardless of just being Disney or Pixar, I really love Wally. It's like it's top tier for me. So yeah, that's my number two. All right, here it is, man. What's your we're at the end. We've made it, dude. Touchdown. Number one. What is it?
Touchdown. The number one for me is nostalgia of the original Toy Story.
Mm,
Um, I saw it when it came out. I seen it in theaters. I bought it the moment it come out. Just back when you had to wait a year for a movie to come out to get it. Um, it has to be number one for me because it's the one that just started it all, man. It started it all.
yeah,
Um, and
that's fair.
you got a friend in me. Um,
Oh, yeah.
um,
That's pretty great, man. That's pretty great.
you know,
You
we got our
got a
boys Tom
friend
Hanks
in me.
and
Tom
Tim
Hanks and
Allen,
Tim
and
Allen.
yeah,
Yeah.
and God,
Fucking
so good.
R.I.P. the homie Don Rickles, man, because he was
Yeah,
a straight ahead, man. All right.
yeah.
Um,
Fuck,
yeah.
so much
Wallace
nostalgia. It's just that classic movie.
Yeah, no, I get you, dude. I get you. Again, a lot of movies in my list were like purely nostalgia too. Well, not purely, because I still like them, but like they were higher up in my list purely because of nostalgia.
Yeah.
Yeah, Wallace Shawn is Rex, John Ratzenberger is Ham, Annie Potts is Bo Peep. Fucking, they had Arlie Ermy as the fucking Green Army Man sergeant, dude.
Hmm.
Great, dude.
I remember seeing the Green Army Men in this movie and being like, I play with those.
Yeah, it's been so
uh,
long for me, dude. I really need to rewatch this one and number two because it's just been too long since I've seen the first two Toy Story movies. It's been so long,
fuck it.
but yeah, I mean, I'm sure as a kid I fucking loved this movie.
Uh, no, Buzz goes out the
Oh
window.
no, the cards. Damn, it's so crazy looking back at like how the way this movie looks and like comparing it to like Toy Story 4, like
Yeah.
just like looks wise, like it's nuts how far the
Yeah.
technology and everything has come, you know?
Hmm. This damn trailer quality is also pretty rotten, but yeah.
Oh
Uh,
shit.
but it's all I could find.
That's fine, dude.
Uh,
It perfectly you're keeping it in within line of with the movie and how long
all
ago that was, dude. Yeah. But anyway,
right. What
my
is
number
your number
one,
one?
my number one again, I probably have a little bit of bias on this one, but it's Coco. Uh
Yeah,
I fucking love this movie, man.
it's so good.
This movie, like I'm glad that people really like this movie a whole lot because this is a movie about my people right here. This is my peoples right here, man. I know people in real life, like there's like the people in this movie, like the characters in this movie, I
Mm.
know people in real life like that. For those of you who don't know, I am Mexican. So this movie, yeah, I have way too much. I really love it a lot, but yeah, I don't know. Some of it may be biased, but I still think it's a great movie regardless. But I
Oh, it
just
absolutely is.
I love it, dude. I love it, dude. I love it a whole lot, man. I really yeah, no, Loki's like, "Oh, this is a biased opinion." Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, I do. I absolutely love this movie, man. But yeah, anytime somebody's like, "I haven't seen Coco," I always tell them to watch it. I'm always like willing to watch it with them, dude, because I fucking love this movie, dude. Yeah, I adore Coco, man. It's my favorite. It's my absolute favorite. It's my number one. Again, it's just the just seeing my culture represented,
Mhm.
is is it's a good feeling, man. It's good. It feels good, This is one of those movies where it's like when people ask about like representation and like wanting to see themselves in movies or TV shows, whatever. Like I get why they feel that way after watching this movie. You know what I mean? Because this movie is it's fantastic, dude. I absolutely love it, man. I adore this movie. It's not only one of my favorite Pixar movies, it's one of my favorite Disney movies. It's one of my favorite movies in general ever. Like it's just I remember watching this movie or before this movie came out, I was kind of like with you, like I didn't know how I would feel about it, Like I definitely didn't expect to love it as much as I did, but I just again, there's the part of me, I guess that's biased about like, yo, this is a movie about my peoples and we out here repping and like I don't know, it's just it's really good though too in general. Like the story of like death and like loss and grief and just like having family members age and like just living with like I don't know, like just even like deadbeat. There's the deadbeat dad. You know what I mean? Kind of story stuff that they have in here. It's I don't know. I just yeah, I just love it, man. I love the music. Yeah, I love the music. I love the characters. I love the motivations. Everything about it is just it is like about as good of a movie as a movie can get for me. I really adore this movie, man. It's one of my favorites. So yeah, man, Coco. I always tell everybody just to watch it because I fucking love it. Which this movie came out in 2017, so it's not like too old. It's actually fairly recent
Mhm.
in the past several years. But yeah, man, I love it. I didn't for a while. I didn't think anything could like knock out Wally from the number one spot because from 2008 until like until before I saw this movie, Wally was reigning supreme, dude, for like almost 10 years, like 10 years basically. And then Coco took the number one spot, dude. I love Coco, man. It's amazing. But yeah, that's our list, man. For me, my 22 to number one, and then for Josh is 18 to one.
Mhm.
Um, again, my top three is Ratatouille, Wally, and Coco.
Yeah,
Um,
my top 3 are Coco, Onward, and Toy Story.
hell yeah.
Uh,
And again, I have some of these movies lower on my list, not because I don't like them or anything like that. It's just that when you're forced, I don't want to say forced, but like when you're making a list, there are just some decisions you have to make, and they may not like exactly reflect your um truest like it may not accurately represent how you feel about something because like for me like I have Onward at 12, Josh has it at 2, I have it at 12, but like I really love Onward. Like it's like you know what I mean, like it's just tough to rank things sometimes, you know what I mean,
mhm.
when you're making a list because there has to be something in each slot, so it's tough. But anyway, that's our list, that's our pick, those are our Pixar picks. Thank you for what for hanging out with us, everybody. It's been a fun one.
Yeah,
I like doing these list things, but it's something that you know it's fun to do it every once in a while, but not all the time. You know what I mean?
yeah. We haven't done it in a hot minute, I don't
Yeah,
think,
yeah.
so
We haven't done it in a while, so I figured it'd be a good time to do it with the Pixar movies, and we finally did it. So again, I'm gonna just quickly name out and do my list real quick. Good Dinosaur 22, Cars 2 21, Cars 3, 20. Finding Dory, 19. Inside Out, 18. Monsters University, 17. A Bug's Life, 16. Up, 15. Incredibles 2, 14. Brave, 13. 12 onward. Toy Story 4, 11. Cars 10. Incredibles 9. Finding Nemo, 8. Toy Story 7. Toy Story 2, 6. Toy Story 3, 5. Monsters Inc. 4. Ratatouille 3. Wall-E 2. And Coco 1. That's my list. I don't know why I read through it all the way again at the end, but I did. But I think that's gonna be it, man. I don't think Josh is gonna go through his list all over again.
Nah.
Yeah, I
Nah.
don't to be honest, I don't know why I did it, but if you've been watching this far, you saw the whole thing. Anyway, uh, thanks for joining us, everybody. It's been a blast, man. I like doing episodes like this. You know what I mean?
Yeah, let me put you up on the main screen. There you go.
All
You're up
right,
on a goodbye screen.
this is it. All right, guys. Thank you for watching. Episode 48 of the Clockwork Cantina. Our Pixar picks. We'll probably, if you have ideas for other lists, hit us up. Again, Twitter, Discord, at me or Josh. There's links down below. Unfortunately, I don't have like a super cool Discord link so that you can join, but that so we can put add onto the side here, whichever way it is. But join the Discord. But yeah, if you have ideas for lists in the future that we could do, hit us up. We'll consider it. And yeah. Coming up on stream, I'm probably gonna do some Fall Guys and definitely some more Overwatch because of the event. And then I want to get through also medieval. So yeah, that's what's coming up on stream. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Hit us up for more if you have any ideas for future shows. Like I said, we kind of plan stuff ahead of time now, but if you guys hit us up with an idea that we think is cool or that we like, we'll throw it in there, and we'll make it a topic for an episode. So you never know. Just hit us up with ideas and we'll see what we can do. I already mentioned what I'm doing on stream, and yeah, I guess that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll catch you guys later. I'm excited to potentially be playing D&D soon again. Maybe we'll see. But
Yeah.
Josh will talk about that here. Anyway, peace out, everybody. Thanks for hanging out with us, and I hope you enjoyed our lists. Again, if you want to talk movies or whatever, just hit us up on Discord and Twitter and all that. So anyway, bye everybody.
Hi guys. Thank you all for checking out this week's Cantina. We appreciate and love all your support every week. Yeah, we did our Pixar picks this time. Daniel, what's next week's topic? Because I can't get the thing to come up.
I forgot to mention that, but next week we're gonna be doing sort of a new thing. Next week we're gonna be diving into the world of Middle Earth.
Oh
So
shit.
if you're about like talking about like that kind of stuff of like deep, well, I don't know if we're gonna deep dive, but like we're just gonna like we're gonna talk about like the world of Middle Earth. So if you're into that, come join us next week.
Hell yeah. That's what it was. I could for some reason I couldn't get the calendar to open. Daniel and I plan all our shit out in advance, and we have a
Yeah,
thing.
we have a calendar and we plan stuff ahead of time. Like I said,
Yeah.
but
We're professionals here on this show.
but continue to hit us up with ideas because we'll, like I said, we'll
Mhm.
we may do something that you suggest.
Yeah, in the future. The new PC's here, guys. So I'm getting everything kind of installed and back to where it was again. What's great is I was able to get Cantina set up in less than a day, which gives me hope for getting the streams for other things set up pretty easily. I haven't messed with the capture card yet, so no Spider-Man. No Spider-Man yet. But I'm gonna try to get messing around and playing with that some over the next few days, and when we go live with more Spider-Man, we'll get to it. Keep an eye on the channel to see when we go live. Make sure to hit that follow button. Make sure to follow us all on the Twitters and all that stuff to see this stuff. Join the Discord, Daniel's Discord, and all that good stuff. D&D will be coming back soon. very, very soon now. I was waiting on the new PC to get here to start work on the major parts. It's here now. We're gonna get started on the work on the major parts. And we'll be coming back really soon. As soon as I get it all worked out and ready and everybody's schedules line up, Frozen Decimation will return with a vengeance. As for that, that's gonna do it for us here today, guys. We'll see you all next time. Tweet your lists at us if you have lists. I'd love to see them, or post them in the Discord, um, and stuff like that. And we will see you next time, guys. Bye bye.